Group B, and look at all the names that we have situated on the screen in front of you. OG, G2, ForZe, Complexity, Sinners, Virtus.Pro. A lot of people look at this. Who the hell are the Sinners? And why do they need to go to church? Yanko?
Yeah, well, you might not recognize the team, but you'll probably recognize at least one player from that team, and that's Oscar in the top 20 players of the world in 2017 and 2018, right? A guy who was always incredibly talented, like in terms of just, you know, firepower. He would play in these sort of teams on the cusp of tier 1, whether it's Mouse Sports, okay, for a while they were a tier 1 team, or Hellraisers, right? And he would elevate them really, but there always seemed to have been something out of place that couldn't really get him to that very, very top.
It's time to celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. There's another thing going on today, being the 9th birthday of Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Woo!
Wow. Nearly a decade of Counter-Strike Global Offensive, not to include all the other iterations of Counter-Strike. And find out what the Sinners are bringing to ESL Pro League Season of 14. Let's hear from Oscar.
Our team is going to bring, I think, a lot of energy to the Pro League. Basically, we have nothing to lose, and we don't want to create any fake pressure on us. So we are still the underdog, so we're going to have like the big power to prove ourselves and do some damage on the scene, and that's it.
We start to look at a map, Vito, where it can also kind of play it. They don't play Dust 2. G2 don't play Overpass.
Yeah, so I think probably a Vertigo here for Sinners is their most played map. G2 can go for an Inferno pick. That would make the most sense for me with Mirage as the decider, but you know, G2 has been known to surprise us when it came to the map. It was maybe a cheeky Ancient pick. Oh, no Ancient pick. So yeah, I think here they're just gonna decide to go for Mirage. And yeah, I think the Vito was pretty straightforward. No surprises there for either team.
This is first Pro League for the Sinners, far from that from G2, and they want to have a knock on Nico's door here on ramp. Not bad, they've actually forced him off the line.
Knock.
Yeah, it's a very loud knock.
Molly towards headshot, smoke towards the left hand. Well, actually, it's a deep smoke towards elevator. Okay, Nico, that's one way to kick things off. Oscar is down and out.
Yeah, it's going to be up to Shock as well. He's taken a lot of territory off of G2 here. So for this retake, if he can be set up for success, Elevator's a threat, but they're actually all coming in towards Shock's angle. This is perfect. If he eats the flash, it's a problem.
Need another one.
Needs Zedko to bait and switch. They clear his corner, does go 1-for-1. A lot more needed out of Zedko. Got nothing to report. Neofrag and B-Stick do find the necessary first. And time about half gone, half tick. Nico's low, but it's Amanek forcing the fight. He's got the kit on him.
Needs to sit good, doesn't he?
Does need to be getting on that defuse now, and it's Amanek still dancing off the bomb just in the nick of time. Damn, G2, they were playing with some very fine margins there.
We've seen Nexa get overrun a lot on this B-bomb side.
Different lineup from Oscar there. We'll see how that one lands up. Nexa just playing by these boost boxes so perfectly. Flash, he's still alive. Need the trade. There's another on default. They weren't ready for Hunter. Oh, and a solid defense so far. Left in the 2v2. And perfect from Zedko. Gets the one, but it's Jax with them both. And that was their force, Chad. So much lay on it. I say that was their force. Look at their buy.
Yeah.
Getting the bomb down pays dividends.
Yeah, taking 4 players as well helps. And here you go, kicking off another round. 2 big openings. Neofrag, he's got one to his name. Ah, there you go, the frag. The orbs on the ground.
Taken away from you by a very, very sharp Frenchman. One of the best when it comes to aim in the older boys is Jaxie Boy. 3 G2 members here. Amanek with the util to set up Nico, but he's so blind. He's actually been booked, and there may be more. Jax on the retreat. Amanek bails him out, but damage done again from the Sinners. Successful wallbang. Neofrag softens up Hunter, and Jax is catching bullets as well. The boost, though, what a great response. The nade in response from them. This is crazy. There's more flying through the sky, and Oscar dunks onto Hunter. What a crazy 20 seconds.
All right, catch that one.
Wow. Boosts, nades, counter wallbangs, and Amanek feeds himself straight into the machine. Be a problem for him. Might have to opt for the pistol if he doesn't choose to reload. Admittedly, Zedka's low, and 4 bullets is plenty. Deagle to finish the job, and he's already softened him up. B-Stick getting a bit nervous now, and the fight's given to him. Nexa so close, 10 HP separating him from the 1v2. His boys. Ouch. Some of my first and best LAN memories are in Prague. Nico, however, has dunked onto Neofrag on a weapon down. Won't be retrievable.
It's good util usage there. It's nice to pepper them up on the ascent.
He's going for more, and they are all partnered up here. So Nico, already with another. Zedko's not going to be expecting the party, and that enables Hunter to get another. G2, solid setup, but Sinners just feed themselves into this, and they're going to have to recover. Beastick and Shock called upon. Hunter does walk in. If he gets the second Nexus, Deagle's too threatening, and they know exactly where you are, Shock. You said he's got a serious face on him. Well, he's going to be a whole lot more serious now. The bomb under enemy control. Vision clearing his corners. One spotted. Did he spot the one on site? He has too many targets. Does well to snap into Amanek. Jax, however, baited in. Crosshair pulled away. Get back into game audio now. I'm sure we'll be able to just change that fader. Oscar has opened up onto Jax. Neofrag boosted up, but could catch nades if he's not careful.
Audible information to G2 during all of this, and now set yourself up for a free B bomb site. Next is over towards A. Amanek was the only player who can respond, and well, with the AWP, he's going to get smoked off. And oh, before the smoke, Zedco runs out. He goes down. Now we have a 4-on-4, and a lot of utility for G2 if they want to go for this retake now.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a good go. Maybe not anymore. Beastick denies. Hunter and Nexa do not get any opportunities to voice their concerns. Amanek just looking for one on the way out and does collect. But hey, that's a lovely return to form for Sinners. That's what they were hoping for. It would sour the mood to lose rifles more than one. Neofrag's very close to that Molotov as Nico dumps his util to deter. Bang. Oh, Nico, you cheeky boy.
But here comes the util.
Oh, and catching Beastick on the jump, dropping his own smoke to escape.
Well, that's enough. They're running away. They faked them out here. G2 are completely rotating away. 3 of them just evacuated.
Just working it out now in response, but Neofrag is up. Jax denies. Big frag from him. It's Shock, though, with the Galil. Puts some riflers down on their bottom. Bomb to be planted. Oscar's close. Dancing around with Nexa, though, in the smoke. Oh, and he's even tagging them all up. Oh, they'll finish them all off quick, as easy as that.
Should have a little bit of a buffer. Nico with the secondary AWP. Takes down Zedco, and
I've just got bad eyes.
I know what you're saying. Like, I can...
Like, it's a very
You want it to be more prominent?
There's just a spiky corner on the O, to me.
Yeah, look.
Zioko.
Okay, well,
Winners,
is it not a common saying?
Winners are grinners.
It's not common, obviously.
It's not, perhaps not in my household.
Okay.
Probably because there wasn't much winning going on in the Richardson household. Nico gets his 3, or at least 2. Nice snappy deal out of Oscar to at least put Hunter on the rebuy. One of his own worst enemies in terms of the mental game of professional Counter-Strike. He doesn't have that superstar mindset like the aforementioned do.
Yeah, the confidence, you don't feel like it's exuding from him, right?
No, yeah, it's almost like he's kind of, he acts just as surprised as everyone else when he clutches up.
But the thing is now with Oscar in this team, right? So going and now playing regionally after being in Hellraisers.
0 damage, or if it's just something in the CS engine. They are committing to B through this, and bombs on the back of B-Stick. Nico, however, ready to deny. Hunter's still there as well. They haven't found them. Such a heavy price to pay to get into the site. Oscar claws something back. He'd need another instantaneously. There is a generator player in the form of Amanek, but he's not gone aggressive. Oscar has, though. Vic just pushed up high to the scope, and he walked straight into Nico. No hope for Zedco. I doubted myself for a second there. Zedco. It's a D. It's a D. 10 HP. One from behind, and yeah, it's as easy as that for Jax.
So they're gearing up for what could be a B split, just trying to punish the second letter of the alphabet.
You can see B-Sticks lined up the smoke for the cross to construction counter utility deployed. They'll have to disrespect that, and they are rushing up the connector. G2 to respond. Hunter's there, as is Nexa, and yeah, it's as easy as that. Solid attempt. The rifle from Neofrag does post 1, but now he's all alone, and he's not too long for this wild either. 3 quick.
Here we go, back towards this A jaunt. Neofrag.
Lovely find, and he's dipped away before Amanek can even have a voice into the contest of ramp. Slipping away. Oh, he's in trouble if they jiggle on the crane. No, never mind. He's the one that's the threat. And now, with 2 frags on A, you can see why B-Stick is a little excited about the prospect. Wants to advance. Grouping up. Oscar, however, has been rumbled. They know Hunter's short. This is the flank, though. He's not expecting it, but it doesn't matter. Hunter has a laser beam. He's playing a sci-fi adventure. Jesus, Rails 3. And there's more to come on the edge of the smoke. Neofrag pulls it back into Sinner's favor. He's got the weapon. How does he play this? Peeks into Neofrag, and that will be an important and impactful quad kill.
Well, G2 are between 2 minds as well right now. Like, they just rotated over, now they're rotating back, now they're rotating back over. So Nexa, I think he'll be on his lonesome when this hit comes in. Hunter doesn't have any utility to help him here either on the rotation.
Yeah, Neofrag's looking the wrong way. Next is in a prime position to deny, and there's a second bomb delivered to his doorstep. 3 on the lockdown. Oscar left to clutch 1v5, and it's just too much, right?
Yeah, those deagles can get pesky. Oh, that's pretty pesky. Just ahead of the smoke, all right. I'll use it as the one-way. Nexa just pushes forward, takes 2. This is unraveled already.
Right, I don't know what they're supposed to do. Beastick's got 30 HP and a dream. He's not going to get past Hunter. Next is just like, oh, wait, is that a smoke for me?
That seems nice.
Thank you so much.
Let me just get in front of that and kill 2 of you, shall I?
And with only a $700 pistol, great shot onto him, but that should be the counter. He went for the pistol. Amanek gave him just a small window.
Someone said he's low. That always happens.
50 damage to the intestines.
Might catch the toes here, Beastick, if he's looking. Not looking. Not looking.
Just a jungle of smokes on ramp at that point. Like, you have to be a real nerd if you are ready for that. Shock was ready for Hunter's off angle, though. There you go.
Good equalizer.
Ooh, he's taking a real gamble here. Amanek's not going to call it. He will now.
Oh.
Neofrag does catch Jax. At least it's kept level.
Well, they could double nade the plant spot here. Nexa and Nico both have HEs.
Ooh, Oscar does deal with the Nexa aggress. It is only Nico. He's gone 10-5.
The WA Shock was pretty good. He played for 23, the best team in the state.
And see boy. And Nico battle and win out on mid. He even dinked. Oh my god. Shock's going to feel hard done by there. That was through the box. What's your professional opinion?
Here we go.
When you look at a team like Sinners who have slowly, like, they didn't get off to a flying start, right? Like, we're talking, they joined Premier, they do okay.
Like, oh, you just wanted to do native language, and now you've all just made it more difficult for yourselves. But I think...
Furia, if you will.
Yeah. Just we'll see how that one goes. If Issa can learn the language,
Ooh.
That's a great little nade right there, isn't it? Tidy stuff.
Yeah, maybe that softened him up for these Deegs. I've got some hope for this round.
Yeah, the time as well,
seconds.
likely.
G2 are full committed to A, and they're being very loud about it. Zedco's already on the rotate back in, and that's the first. Neofrag threatening, double on the Deeg, desperately scavenging away what he can.
Oh, they've done it.
And just like that, the round does peter out for G2, the power of the Desert Eagle.
I want to save these Galils, boys. You're not winning this.
Yeah, and this is exactly what G2 did to Sinners in the second round force of the first half. Deagle's on A. Deagle's on A, and they're going to scavenge what they can. I reckon they might get a couple more weapons here if Jax doesn't make it costly. There you are. That's at least 2 rifles.
I wanted to get that one out early.
Fair play. Fair play.
That was quite tidy there as well. So attempting the boost over the smoke, immediately denied. He's about to find one over towards A. Next is gone. A called clear, and high alert towards middle at this point.
Oh, well, there goes the rifle. And Jax... I can't... Beast...
Beastick.
Beastick.
Ick.
Beastick.
Beastick.
Could you say it one more time to me with a straight face?
Beastick.
That's the final answer? Okay, cool. The SMG's got the majority of those frags. It's 1 for Beastick.
Ick.
Beastick.
Focus on the ick.
That's the flash. Nothing to report. Okay. Oscar's up next on the short side. Nico, they're both the Kovac cousins, can peek together on this one. Nico draws the fire.
trade.
Hunter needs the trade, and just around the corner, he gets banged out. Big play from Hunter. Doesn't lose his target, doesn't lose his mark. And that's all they wanted, I guess. Nexa has been poking and prodding at B this whole time. It's Zedco given the responsibility. And good timing on his
They're so
smoke.
good
It's
with
a
the
very
util.
passive smoke, though.
Their timing on the util has been great. Really good. Oh, did he spot him?
Zedco's being hunted. Timing is everything here in that power position. Takes a strike, 1 for 1. Needed Amanek, 10 HP. He gets away with murder. And that would have been a very different round had he not. Flashed in, would love to have found Amanek there. I think he spots out Jax and does chip away at that health ball. 50 bullets left, excuse me, 50 health left for Jaxy boy.
Now it should be the save. Oh, he's still going, all right.
Okay, well, Neofrag's convincing a couple of us. You can see Beastick's picked up the AWP. He doesn't want to lose it. And just on the boosted platform. Hunter spotted, finished off. There's a kit there. Aminex 10 HP. Yes, Neofrag does have it. He has what it takes, and they were flirting with the idea of saving. I think Neofrag just pulled them across the line with sheer confidence and willpower.
Maybe not going to be as big for G2 considering complexity are broken, right? Ooh, hold up.
I see what you're saying. Either way, Aminex Krieg's not gone far. It's Neofrag again, just making short work of this attack. He didn't fully invest, but he's taken down the lion's share of
Oscar
the
knows this is coming.
weaponry, and he's ready for Hunter with a deep hard clear. Easiest frag. Oh wow, he's living in the past with the Hyper Beast AWP. Frag for 22 when he's lingering in the smoke. Nexa should have him dead to rights. Can't put this crosshair on the head. It's 4 for Neofrag as he puts his team on 10. Considering the playstyle that comes with him in his signature SMG, would expect it to be somewhere else. Neofrag again patrolling. He wants to make ramp his own, and Oscar is posted up for this mid test. You'd expect a flash, and they do. Neofrag caught on ramp as well, so now mid is under G2's control, and they have a man advantage.
They need to be careful. They don't give anything away for free here. So lots of util towards mid. Deep molly.
Oh, he can't rotate through. That's
It's
actually
quick.
really nice. Oh, but that's a counter utility. Great play. Locking it down from Sinners. It's Shock and Oscar combining the Molotov on towards construction, really isolating. And on the edge of the smoke, Shock had the right idea. Nex has got the right result. Oscar. Responsible for a lot here as Zedko takes
Huge.
the fight, B stares down, and now Sinners have the advantage.
That was huge. There's still so much utility left for Sinners here late. This is very good.
It's very hard to plant, especially now there's an incendiary
can't
on
do
your
anything.
default. What do you do? Just about find a safe spot. There's nades as well. He gets it down. He's done it enough, at least to get the bomb down, but barely. Zedko locks it down from the B side to the A. And just like flared pants, I'll always be back. Zedko opens up again, and you can see this boost from Neofrag. You
Oh,
can
did he see the
see a
backpack?
tip of the head. It's possible. And this is the go. Oscar holds his nerve and does pull the trigger onto Aminex, leaving just 2. Nico from the sandbags, at least drawing attention. It should enable a first opportunity for Jax. Neofrag shouldn't let him leave. It's unlikely he lets him leave. Suddenly the frags keep coming. Nico, 100 HP in a dream, and already tapping another. Jock caught out. Careful now, Sinners. You can't let this slip. Nico could happen at any moment. They lock it down in the end.
Great at holding on to their nades until late. Not dumping it too early. And there's another kill for Neofrag. He's up to 26.
Oh, man. Hey, Mum, I killed Nico 10 times in one map today. It was a good day. Zedko tested on B and happy to collect a quick spray.
This is 13.
This is 13. This is Sinners making Vertigo look like not only their map, but potentially their first map of Pro League.
What a great way to kick off the debut, isn't it?
Good to see a first map in their first game, first bloody map played. Up to his usual antics. I'm not sure if the leg break will have been audible, but regardless, it's another Neofrag opener. Supported, but perfectly. This time it looked like by Nico's flash. Speaking of, Nex is holding this off angle.
Oh, not clearing.
Oscar should get the trade and at least keeps the numbers in favor of Sinners. But look at this. They actually regress as Nico walks up short. So Aminex all alone does well to find one. Neofrag keeps it level, but is he aware of short? Holding his nerve, holding that tight line.
This is looking very bad for G2.
Mantles up at the perfect time, and Nico's gone. This is going to be 14 unless Jax has got some magic left to display here on the stage. 48 seconds. Neofrag wants to clear him out. Nice shot out of Jax. Very quick adjustment from him. And if he gets the bomb down, a 1 versus 3 to put G2 right back into contention starts to become more... Jax is taking these fights. He's taking all bullets. And he did shoot Oscar through Shock.
So I want you guys at home who have played lots of Counter-Strike, when you see all these different stuff happening on the map, use your imagination with the sounds. Use your imagination. What are you hearing? What do you think those sound cues sound like?
Zedko is aggressive here on the ramp side. Will do well to at least take down one. Shock partnered up nicely with his mid AWP. Oscar, this double AWP setup now being truly tested. He dances around the electric boxes, and the bomb yet to be planted late now with only 15 seconds.
Marvelous.
Trying to cross on into the site. He'd love a frag prior to his bomb plant, but Oscar just seems to be not having any of it. And with the time like this, Aminex would need them all in quick succession. Good God, they nearly lost that. More damage to Jax as Team Molly forces Nico wide.
Ugly.
Chaos. They can't find a safe place to plant.
Oh, it's real ugly.
And this could be it for G2. A bit of a floppy T
Oh, Malik
side.
throwing the towel.
Oh,
Throw it in.
another incendiary. Nico just wants to plant. He can't get close to the site. The smokes will fade shortly. Neofrag's already taken down his teammates. And Sinners,
More nades.
the first map of their Pro League adventure, and they can take it right here against G2. Oscar's already contributed. Only one man left, and Nico, he's down. Sinners will take it. Vertigo is their map. Not only their pick, but they'll take it. First of ESL Pro League Season 14.
Well, what did I say, Trace?
They
Like,
could win it first map, yeah.
yeah, you know, like it's the best, most played, most successful map for Sinners, and they showed you exactly why. I mean, in a game where they lose both pistols, off to a bad start. I mean, not necessarily bad start, but you know, losing pistols. But they won those early force buys. Like they managed to wrestle control of the economy early on. I think the nerves were also playing against Sinners in a sense of you could see early on in the first half they were losing some rounds with advantages, some rounds against pistols. I think it was probably a little bit hectic in TeamSpeak as well, because usually that doesn't happen. You already have a big advantage, and that really allowed G2 to, you know, run away with the first half, so to speak. And you're thinking, especially after they win the second pistol, okay, this is just going to be routine for G2, but it's anything but, right? We see them lose the anti-force buy in the second half, and then also from that point on, like Sinners was just outplaying them really strategically, in a sense of, sure, they were putting a lot of emphasis on that ARAM fight, as all teams do pretty much in general, but what they did a lot and where they found a lot of success was slightly delayed, like not even mid-round, but around the 120-minute mark, like they would just re-aggress towards ramp, and that caught G2 off guard a couple of times.
Just waiting for Nico to find it. Oh, he's caught a glimpse
Spot
of many
two.
players. That's
Yeah.
going to be a cue. They'll start to walk in. Oscar needs to ready himself for action here, and he's actually choosing to advance, so he'd need some very good clicks. And Jax is not having any of it. All right, can I call the round done?
Well, they do have the kit.
So I went to the,
You went to,
I did go
the
there. I went there
Indian joint?
yesterday.
The Indian joint or the fancy brunch place?
Now in the window room, ready to deal with anybody's second mid, and this is quite the aggressive play.
Oh, that was the bomb spotted as well. He wants to reposition. He won't be allowed to. Hunter can get there in time. It seems they will. They're already quite heavily rotating, taking battle for long now. Oscar does slip through that smoke. He can't believe his action. Pushed down by the MAC-10. This is everything for Shock, and by taking that headshot, he keeps it competitive. Short's a problem.
Oh, they're running back.
They want to run for Neofrag if they can't find Pit. They have, though. Nico's given him enough to push him forwards. Neofrag's got so much to do. He looks the wrong way, and now they charge B. B-stick. He's going to have to run faster. There's an AK to be retrieved in apps if he wasn't...
Nope. Oh, all right, we'll get it. Yep, there we go. We got it. This is where we see how deep the rabbit hole goes for Sinners. And it's also good as well because on that jiggle right here, he's in an elevated angle that you won't be pre-aiming, right?
And the Amanek 10's got nothing to report. I'm afraid neither do we. Bomb to be heading back towards B, admittedly. Maybe Neofrag's got more on his Deeg. He keeps firing off shots. They know he's there.
See, the kit's close, right? So if this gets a bit sketchy in a moment, they keep it competitive. They go for the last few second defuse. Well, Jax doesn't want to have any of that. Through the smoke, Neofrag goes down. Bomb going to get planted any moment. You got the flank coming in from the arch side of Hunter here as well. They'd love to get their hands back on that AK. Jax does exactly that. And now it's about withstanding any more of the onslaught. Sinners would love some more damage. And there's a great shot from Shock. Back of the head. Execution. 3 remaining. 2 remaining. Whew, was almost 1 remaining there. Nico tagged up as well.
They are threatening, and they're going to make it costly again for G2. Nico's got to leave. And Nico...
Oh, no, they're both going to go. They're all dead.
Oh, brilliant work. So Sinners...
It actually gives them a lot of options as well, because another angle that they're not going to hard clear, right? On the jiggle, they're hoping to catch it. Don't even worry about this. Don't even worry about the boost.
All right, well, they are going to stick around in these boosts, so it will be spotted out here by G2. Fully blind, spotted out, and executed. This is the element of surprise, though. They're not going to be ready for a second.
Jose.
Your crosshairs are going to be much lower. Jack's pulling out a pin, does go down. A great incendiary to force the fight. Next is in the flames, and he's finished off nicely. Oscar. Pair of frags from the AWPer. Flanked a little bit here, but he's not going to miss his chance, and so...
You know, likelihoods individuals be looking for on lower buy rounds like this. So using your nades against a holes pop, softening them up like this, almost sending them away. It will just stall them out. Nico. Oh my lord, isn't that a beaut?
Zedko's M4 with a lot to do, pouring out the apartments. He unloads his mag. He's got nothing to report. And Zedko's got 3 to trifle with now. He's even paranoid about middle. He's looking the wrong way. Caught on the gap, a very fine margin. Elevated position, does take down Hunter, but he's running out of health and time. 10 bullets in the mag and shot from behind. Nexa will secure it. Traded nicely, swiftly. Bomb to be planted. Oscar arrives, as does B-Stick. Bomb boiler. You'd think you'd isolate Jax a little bit. You know where he is. He's looking the wrong way. Jax gets the frag, and last is Pit. B-Stick running out of chances. He knows where he is. Hits the shot. Has he got it? And they're up to apps. Amanek full control of that. 3-man defense established. Oscar completely smoked off. Try and time his nades. Echo tested. Oh, that's magnificent with the M4. Armored pistols on the floor, all 5.
2 of them were upgraded with armor and util behind it. Nice shot there from Oscar. And this one here is as clean as you're hopefully going to get. So they get a real opportunity now to start establishing the CT-sided base of rounds. Shock just missing their head there. Oscar just missing the shot, and well, a couple going awry. Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. It's not the instant, you know, 2 bullets to the head and then the spray follow-up. There are opportunities now for G2 to be converting these kills.
Nico had a chance right there as well. He's got an AWP and his Deagle. It's quite the potent mix for the superstar. And he's even got time. Now, the bomb is the issue. Oh, and B-Stick's his next victim. Just playing for the long game. Throws away the AWP. Oscar will have to rebuy that. And now whipping out the M4 for more. Loud about this. Just using that Deagle. He wants to be threatening. Zedko's on the site. Missing his shots. How would he get the crosshair to their head? Oh, Neo frag. Oh, he wants to bring some pace to the mix. And Nico's quick to the draw. He'll at least avenge his fallen comrade in Jax. And Nico continuing his campaign up Banana. He wants to battle for this control. The nades are good. The bullets are better. B-Stick pulls the advantage back. He's dropped his smoke, but maybe that's baited in for Zedko. Yes, 2 backs are turned. Amanek quick, though. Through the smoke, it's going to be another for Nexa. He's battered, he's bruised. But that bomb's going down. 2v2 in the after plant. Molotov could buy time. B-Stick once more. He's crawling in. Oscar in support. Wide spacing. Does adjust nicely. Amanek 1v2, 1v1, and full HP to play with. No kit on Oscar. 1 close to the site. And Amanek hasn't ran away. He hasn't given up this control. Now dancing around the smoke. Oscar's just not ready.
Zedko cannot go down here, and he's flirting with danger in towards the SMG and converts the frag. This is about to heat up.
Yeah, it really is going to get problematic for G2 if they're not careful. They're walking into the Lion's Den, the Orp's Den, and he's posted up on long. Amanek's already considering that. Bit of a crossfire. Oscar everywhere. Still firing off shots onto short, and it's a double from Oscar. Triple before G2 can have anything to say about it. Oh, and Nico looking rather flirtatious with the AWP as well. 3 in quick succession. 10 seconds. Shock should have enough to deny this, and it will be finished off, but Nico's a threat. So he kept his cool, converts the 1v1. It's all just water under the bridge. Frags in the apps. It's easy to get a bit overexcited when you have a competitive half, but don't forget.
Oh my lord!
Nico's here. B-Stick.
What are you doing against that?
I mean, he's scratching his head.
What are you doing against that?
There's nothing he can do. It's round winning. It's absolutely round winning. Shock is the only man here.
I kind of feel just save Oscar's AWP.
Yeah, but of course Neofrag gets one that might convince them otherwise. And yeah, in the pool, gonna deter Neofrag by a large margin. He's got 7 HP. His teammates are all dead. They lose all the schmeckles and the goodies.
Bang. Dearie me. Oh, and the punishment continues. Oscar's little scout adventure. That one is already over. And Nico's been looking good on this T-side AWP. Had a bit of impact with it so far.
Yes, it's just kind of seeing the Hulk side to Nico. Is just don't make him angry. Whatever you do. Ah, that's a big opener from Jax. They are treating it with a whole lot of respect, and it seems that that was enough for them to head over towards the wide open A site. Hunter's sitting there waving a flag, and
I think that when that I don't have the exact day off the top of my head, but I think was it 10 skins? I think it was that they were going to be selecting. I'm not sure. I have the exact number.
A large prize pool they announced for it. It's like 100K, is it? Hunter's a more patient man than me, though. And he results in a frag. That's all he had to do, was wait. Just had to wait.
Yeah, the kills come to you. And they keep coming.
How much I'm learning in Counter-Strike is just down to patience and my sheer lack of it. Lovely stuff. It's just so good to see the game making changes in pursuit of returning to world domination.
Well, some people are having the conversation that they need to update the chicken sounds as well to be a little bit more realistic. And not the team.
Yeah, and but Zedco has an opportunity if they don't go long side. Now, it seems like Jackson, the whole squad, in fact, are going to charge through long side. So only Hunter's apps lurk. Now the CTs have at least apartments control. This might spur them to go for it.
Zedco, be careful.
Yeah, you've got so much power in your position. He is being hunted down by a rogue. Nico, another highly impactful frag. This should spur the Czech squad into going for this. Now, Util will keep them at bay. B-Stick with an opportunity, dinks him, exchanged. It's AKV FAMAS.
Has put Sinners in a lose-lose situation, so even trying to save is not easy. As Neofrag trying to get something on the way out the door, needs to run, needs to get a move on. And he goes down with the bomb, so in an attempt to do something for the economy, he's lost... well, nade damage done towards top banana as well. So everything going for G2 in the fashion they had hoped.
They're pushing Nico. Neofrag does well to take their head out of the equation. Armored Deagles, and of course there is an ult in play. So if Oscar hits his first repositions, he might channel them into Zedco and Shock. I say that, Shock already floating between the two sites at this point.
That's a hard position to play late.
Yeah, times it perfectly though, and he doesn't get away.
That's why it's
very hard to get away. The only way this plays out nicely is if Shock can somehow deal with Banana. Oh, he's found Nexa. Now he knows where the arse is hiding. First click has to be a banger. Oh, he gets the fight, but Amanek does weather the storm. That's 9 for G2 on the T side here, and it could very well be 10. They'll get one more full buy out of the Sinners.
No issues, just waltzing through and calling Banana clear.
Oh, great timing from Jax. Punishes Shock for his casual re-smoking of middle, and look how much of the map they've lost. This is very punishing from G2. They've swarmed up long, the smokes are already up, and Oscar down and out.
Would have needed a classic Oscar moment there, right? Had to kill Hunter, swing back around, kill two guys wrapping. Frag responds, but they don't have the sight, right? The bomb's going to get planted in a second. We've still got a couple of smokes. We got a molly, we got some flashes. G2 should fortify himself into the post plant here, and yeah, the kills keep coming. 2 to find now.
Sitting at this point, wishing it was an Ancient as a third. Good shots out of Neofrag. They're going to throw everything they can here and see what sticks. They've got plenty of nades to get some use out of. Neofrag can at least isolate that graveyard player a little bit with that smoke. Still a gap. Jax will catch them as they cross through. Chaos is coming. Jax receives them, and that's the end of that. 10 double digits found for G2.
Comes a flash.
I'm trying not to commentate like War Owl now. It's about to come out. Nico. Oh, he wants more. He's actually pushing for more. I thought that would be enough, but no, he's decided to just finish the round here, and it results in an even trade.
If Nexa takes contact, they might not have checked Amanek on the boost here.
It's possible. Good goosh. They haven't. Oh! All right. Neofrag just catapulted into the site.
That was mid-air.
It was mid-air. There's no doubt about it. He's playing a different video game to the one we're accustomed to. Hello? Hunter might have more to say about this one. He is quite the threatening fragger. And he seems to have a great idea as to where Neofrag is. Damn, Hunter looking very scary here. Kit to be scooped up. Process of elimination. He knows where you are, Shock. And he's going to find you. He's looking on for an ace clutch here. Hunter with one to find. Kit close. He just has to hit the first tap off the fake. He looks the wrong way. Zedco can clear him. He needs to tap now. Oh, I think he might have
God.
it. Hunter is a god.
No way.
Is a god. Ace clutch. What a performance on the USP. You've seen how these rounds finish, haven't you? Oh. Actually, they kind of perfectly isolated that duel. Jax had to go anti for the flash, and by the time he turns his mouse back around, the 90-degree swipe, they've disappeared, and so has one of his teammates.
I don't think they know the boost is in play, though.
Oh, way. The frag's been given on the info push. Nico's tucking in mid. They are going to commit. There's still 2 members here. They could still cause problems. There should be a trade. Oh, Nico gets 2 where he should only have had 1. And Jax is still a problem as well. Maneuvering brilliantly. Nearly catching that apartments player, but now the site is theirs. The plant is too. And
SoundQ heard to get this site fight, but Oscar delivers the headshot first, and there it is. Sinners bounce back.
what a recovery.
Hunter's invested everything, and well, he's the one who's chipped on down to 67 to start off with, and unless that CZ is perfect, he's going to be dead. First one's good, second one cannot connect. And now we have a 4-on-4. Surely Sinners don't lose this one.
Come on now, Chad.
Surely Sinners don't lose this one.
I'm not going to write them out, and don't call me Shirley. He's talking to it. He puts some bullets into Beastic's spine. Next should be Oscar, and Amanex making things hurt.
Surely they don't lose this one, Alex.
Shut your mouth, Chadney. Look what you're doing.
I'm not a... I don't have any
You are
powers.
a shaman of Counter-Strike. I know you've cast this spell. Your wicked Counter-Strike voodoo is starting to shape up badly. Zedco needs 3. He needs 3. Sinners need 3 if they want to hope and a prayer. It's just horrible. Falls apart. Amanet getting 2 where he barely should have had 1. And G2 will break through with a conservative buy. 3-2 split. This is everything you need for an A take. It's just a question of execution. And oh, Hunter and Jax don't need any help. Oh, Hunter looks so sharp today. Slices through the Sinners. On that T side, he just likes to be playing a lot of naughty boy plays in middle. Seems like they're done with it right here and now. The Glocks charge into the spray. Nico puts himself up onto 22. I do like my ancient games. All right, here comes Sinners. Foaming at the mouth. Zedco,
ooh, nice start.
Very quick shutdown of the Amanek peak. Oscar's waiting for that, but Jack still gets the better of him. Hunter does manage to somehow find 2. And now a 2v2. Shock's going to be very vulnerable to Nex's walk up here. Nico using that smoke to pressure. There's nothing that Zedco can do. Over the box, clearing the corners. It's perfect. Needs another. Nico's spray is tested, and Shock's prevail. Shock, unaware that they had more opportunities than they've actually seized. Nexa's caught out. Perfect find. Here we go. Nico's nade kept it level, but he hears the steps. They are stampeding into the site, and it is a full commit. They're running into Nico. He is a problem, though. 25 and counting. They do manage to quash the superstar. Hunter mantles up, and they are holding it. It doesn't matter, though. Hunter's just quicker than you. These 2 cousins, man. Both of them firing on all cylinders. Both of them nearly combined at 50 frags. 48 and counting. And now just Shock to defend his honor and Sinners. Taps away at the
Hunter's
first.
low.
He anticipates
Hunter's
another
low.
and very stylish from Shock. Looking for survival. Takes the clutch and pushes us further. He says play on. The Jack special. Oh, God, no, not like this. He gets 3 with his Desert Eagle. I mean, 1, sure, 2. All right, but 3. I can't believe it. The Jax special, though, they do like to throw in that boost and boiler. Let's see if Shock's got anything left to say about this one. He's just come up with a 1v3. Nico's caught him. That will be 15. And Sinners let it slip at the final rung. If Shock kills Nico, he'll sell this so good. Okay. Okay, he can even start flanking B or lock down the rotate. He's got a choice to make. He's got 2 players to try and cage. Hunter and Jax will be unable to contribute if Shock can catch them rotating through.
Almost a double.
Nearly, but they have the sight unless Nexa can disturb. He does reveal himself. It's down to the Deagle of Oscar. He's got an AWP in play as well. Hiding in plain sight. Neofrag with 1. Oscar another. Now we're cooking. Bomb can be planted. Sinners say play on. Neofrag, though, ooh, could have been caught by the Jax.
Oscar's even looking
Oscar,
here.
yeah. And he takes it. 15-9. Stability. Now, Nico had a choice there, and he's chosen to commit to Banana, which now means he's getting hunted by a Mag-10. Looks like it's not there, and all of his thousands of dollars now thrust to the floor thanks to Beastic and his Mag-10. Sinners 110.
Oh, I just imagine if a couple of these little mistakes or
right?
multi-kills didn't go against them here. There was a chance for Jax to get that kill, but Shock looking aware. Now, this is just a matter of a time until they're not wincing with this. 15 is for G2, right? So you'd think under the pump, under pressure, but they're looking good. Very good shout. And now it's Hunter with an M4 and a couple of flashes, a couple of smokes. Hunter's gonna get flashed in.
Oh, he's just got the perfect crosshair placement for the receipt of Neo Frag, and he's not quite done. The Flames will... Ooh, good catch on Balk. They know there's more. It's Hunter. Oh, he's everywhere. He wants to end it right here. Good damage. 3. And it sets Amanek up to finish. Oscar up against 2 to defend his team's honor here. Nico not going to succumb. Hunter's done so much. They just need to finish the job. Is Oscar ready? He's not, and that's the end of it. A stylish finish as well from G2. A third map to separate them. G2 Sinners, the opening game of Group B. ESL Pro League Season 14, and it's a competitive one.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much that G2 has the Deagles, is that Nico has a Deagle in his hands. That weapon is absolutely lethal, as we saw in a couple of rounds and very crucial rounds for G2 in this game. And yeah, for Sinners, I mean, another very close game. I think also, again, they're losing both pistols here and also losing some rounds, 2 pistols, some rounds where they already have an advantage, right? Making some basic mistakes, really, where if they can just clean up their game a little bit, I mean, they could have won Inferno even.
Historically win 60+% of their rounds on Mirage, and that is a great start right there. Jax silenced USP immediately. And looking for even more info. Beastick more than happy to take a fight and scamper on back.
In they come. Leading the pack and leading by example. That P250 and Kevlar vest, a wise investment from G2 to put it onto Nico in his current form. Yeah, it's a good plant for it as well. He'll be able to hold it from short. The rest of their job is just a delay. Buy time, and here comes the CT push. Nico already contributing long range. Beastick, however, makes it competitive. It's only on to Nico. The plant's for him. He needs this now. Gets it. Forces Beastick off the bomb, and he will hit the shot. The one necessary. 4 in the pistol from Beastick. It's his turn to shine brightest.
Nico's going to be swinging out of Palace with that AK-47. And wait, Shock is pushing. He's getting close.
Shadow. And good shot. He'll make 2 of this. Oh my god, MP9 versus 2 AKs, if I'm not mistaken. These 2 rifles, and this one's fallen apart. Oscar does have to contribute with the AWP. Neofrag can't believe his luck as Hunter's there, and 1 single man and a mission with 20 seconds.
He might want to just hold on to this,
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Next round, they will have to take the save anyway, so... Lopping off 1 head, Neofrag's dead.
That might be the end of Nico, though. There's still about 15 seconds, plus 5 or so. Things will wrap up there.
They have a lot to lose as well if they were to hunt here, right? So just knowing Nico's going to have the AK, and I know I'm just saying just, it's obviously quite scary, but they are clearing and picking one out, and Nico had a chance right there, but swinging in, Neofrag gets the better of him this time round, and that's huge. Oh, they're trying again.
Yeah. And Shock dismantles it completely. Wow, Sinner's spotless so far. Spotless, they'll take that. AK upgrades as well, 2 to be specific.
Great stuff.
Oscar's on his way. Zedko a little late to the party. Neofrag responsible for that connector. A lot for Shock to do, and he does so well. Catches the first head, attention drawn. Neofrag plucks another from the shoulders, and they don't have time. Amanek hits the shot, the bomb's still down. Tetris, you need to be planting now. 5 on the clock. If anyone denies this, he's off it, he faked it, the round is done. And Sinners continue their streak. We won't hold our breath. But just the conversation of like being the favorite team, as in playing against a quote-unquote dramatically lesser ranked team than you, is often described as very difficult for the good teams. Could you explain as to why people suggest that? Jax has opted for bench, which could hopefully mean Oscar's got a glimpse, pulls the trigger there across. They could even plant. Zedko arrives. Good finds, bomb loose, round saved.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That would have been a horrible one for them to lose here. We can write this one off now as just an over-rotation that they've mopped on up, but if they had lost that one there, it would have been a real shame.
Sinners are lifting every day, and they're on the creatine as well.
And you see it, the results of that here. Neofrag through the smoke, Jax is dead, Oscar on to Nexa, it's all falling apart. Round number 6 just started.
Oh, and Hunter's
Jeez
dead.
Louise.
Neofrag was so ready for that. He played that lovely anti-flash flick, returns for the heady. Nico needs way more than one, and he's not even going to get that. It's out of his little lighthouse bedroom.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay.
It could be 7-0 before you know it.
Nah, Nex has got some pep in his step, and he's running straight into Oscar's domain. Neofrag in support as well, ahead of the smoke. Oscar wants to fight and contest this. The nades were good. He hears steps. And Nexa booked by Neofrag again. What's happening here? G2 dissolved before our very eyes. Nico gone. Hunter the same. Chad.
And Amanek probably wanting to save again here. So there's 1 of 4 required to win this round. Yeah.
I don't know how quickly Sinners will bite. Neofrag stays firm as the shock.
Oh, missed flash there.
Oh, the nades really hurt. Hunter's gone.
Yeah, they fumbled that one.
Jax. It's all about this next frag. It took the wrong way.
Oh!
Big frag. No one's home on A, and now G2 can make this one hurt. If you get another spicy one out of Jaxi, we're on for at least a competitive round here. G2 hungry for their first. Sinners have let these slip on every map so far. Can they avoid it on Mirage? They're letting it go, aren't they?
No, there's a chance. They can win this.
Shock. Need a quick one. Jax's Deagle's still a threat now. The good strafe out from B-Stick. He needs to be defusing now.
It's a default plan.
Amanek can defuse it. Or rather, stop the defuse. A great first shot. 1 versus 3. Zedco's there. Is their time? Might just have got it.
It's going to be very close. Very, very close. Ah, they just get that.
I
Man!
thought that was all over.
Really down to the finest of margins here. Well, they weathered it. They weathered it.
Oh, I love it. And Oscar's already tagged up Hunter.
Legged him.
Finish the job with an M4, why not? Bruh. Hunter's in trouble, G2R2.
They are flustered right now. Hunter re-peeking that. They want to do some damage. They're actually going to boost Oscar up.
Oh. This boost is actually pretty viable for Jax's position if you get it right. Oh, I like it. Sinners are throwing everything at the wall and everything sticks. Great spot. Purely reactionary out of Nexa.
What's Oscar going to do now, though? Look, he's pinned on down here. He can't really just get away.
Nexa doesn't know that, though. Oh, he does now. Scoping in front of the smoke.
He's running away. He's just running away.
Gets away with it. Never mind, gets away. Gets a shot as well. Neofrag punished for his peak. Nexa a bit miffed.
This regress here could be huge. If Beastic just parks the bus right here and they pick up the bomb and they come back to be late, he's good for 2. Definitely 1. He needs at least 1 frag here. The rotation is so far away.
Oh, and there's the double you asked for. Bomb was a little late behind him. Amanek knows B-Stick's on this corner. This should be Amanek's chance to at least level it to 1v2. Does react, damage from B-Stick. Flash. Oh my god, he commits to the longest of range sprays. That could have been Oscar. Fakes it out. Shock's not interested in any funny business. It's 9. Yeah, they do have to hold on to this, and I don't think they're taking it for granted. Shock. And just as you mention it, perhaps Zedco is going to struggle as well. Lots of players here. Does get the bomb spotted. Jax on the hunt for more. Pre-fire's not quite there. Rotates in. B-Stick and Neofrag are going to have to do an awful lot. It seems like G2 want to commit through. Hunter's going to change things. Oscar's not ready for this at all. Oh, he's got a freebie. Wants even more. Trigger discipline. He's hoping he gets 2 for this. It's going to be a question of time. He might even go for 1, then the other. Oscar's not going to be able to communicate that. And Neofrag's next. Hunter. Make sure G2 have this one in the bag.
Yeah, they can just rotate over towards A right now. That was, look, extremely patient stuff from Hunter. I don't know how he goes for a maneuver like that. Gets the final kill of the round, and here we go. Now we're talking. They're back in it in a big way. That's the first round for G2 now. How many more can they muster?
Nexa, not really ready for this at all. Zedco, better clear his left. Ooh. 3 frag and an AK-47 for good measure. Never mind the information that there's no one else B-apps. Neofrag, another frag.
Oh, no.
Oh, Zedco.
Oh, no, oh, no.
There's no hope. Amanek with the bomb, but the apps is still a problem, which means he's just got so many things to be concerned about. Jax would have to clear kitchen with some magic. There's no nade to support him. It'll have to just be his bullets. It's held by Neo and B-Stick. Oh, okay. Confirms the position. Jax does connect at least onto that first. A flash for the push. Amanek needs to be ready for this. Good push from B-Stick. That's smart. Catches him as the pin was pulled. No way or hope for Amanek. 20 seconds. Sinners make it 10.
They've left residual money so they can buy next round. It looks like it's just going to be an A hit here. They're knocking on every door they can find. Oh, and they're in. Shock's down. Shock is already down.
There's so many bodies in front of Neofrag, though. Does only get 2 from Dark. The rest really detached. 1 CT. Zedco arrives connected. The bomb's not down. Beastic would love to smoke the bomb, but the T-Smoke has arrived there as well. Maybe that will isolate Hunter, though. He could go down in this 1v1. Cross says perfect, and it is. Oh dear! One-on-one established. Beastic has a smoke, no kit. He opts to smoke the Palace. Nico will have to deny that.
No
Thinks he's got the crosshair placed right. Yeah, you're right. No time. 5-second defuse. Not possible, and neither is that for the boy Beastic. Nico gets away with the second for G2.
They're going to keep the pain train going. Zedco's about to get blown out of this one. Scout, what is that?
How does he find Amanek in the
Oh, the tag!
Yeah, nearly another onto Jax. He's softened him up nicely. Maybe Beastic's got more in the tank. Yep, does finish off Jax, and still a problem for the Sinners as they are dispatched of. And Oscar doesn't even get to leave the A site. Nico's waiting for him.
I'll tell you, I'd much prefer to have the 10-5 at the tail end as opposed to getting the first 5 and then losing 10.
Yeah.
But you gotta be careful because the robot's out there like Mr. Tommy Lurpers. He'll be like, you play both sides. Yeah, you do play both sides.
Yeah.
But we are human beings, Tommy.
Maybe not Tommy necessarily. He's more of a lizard.
Is he? Is he one of the lizard people?
He is definitely one of the lizard people.
Tommy's one of the lizard people.
I've seen him blink by licking his eyeball.
Oh,
that's how he does
dear.
it. The breadcrumbs.
The oven.
The oven. Yeah, I remember the oven. Of course I do. Jax off to the races, flying through, clearing an awful lot. GT just want to commit to this, and if they trade evenly, there's no complaints. Yeah, Nex is the one that falls flat at the hurdle. It was a 10 HP left on his finish onto Oscar, and that's the end of that. They'll take 11, not bad. But really remind themselves that this is a competitive group and they could be a part of that top 3.
And let us know.
And let us know, thank you. Hunter, 2 backs turned, but only temporarily. Beastic with a cheeky one.
This is looking great.
It is. It looks like it's almost impossible to lose, he says, as commentary curses aren't real. It's all determined, predetermined. Nothing I can say has any impact on this. You're right, there is a real chance here. Oscar's missed all his bullets as well. And there's a smoke and a kit heading towards the site. The kit is loose. I'm okay.
The letter bug.
Yes.
He says to fix the letter bug, open Steam and type the letter in caps or normal. Now by Steam, I'm going to assume he means the overlay. Open the overlay and it fixes in console every time.
Okay.
So thank you, Smooya.
Thank you, Smooya. Oh, Hunter's nearly got more than one out of that. He has to reload. Jax, however, Deagle, good for a headshot. And they actually have a man advantage here. Sinners can't afford to lose a round like this. And Oscar, with his Galil, does pop off some heads. There's another to be found. Can't quite stabilize.
That's what you need.
Oscar delivers a 3-piece that does secure 13. He's got no hope in the world. Shock can just play safe. Oscar does put his head into Nico's crosshair, but finishes it, runs across the line with 4 kills. That is the most impact we've seen out of Oscar at a crucial juncture. But no one in the same category as G2. Perhaps Ents, which was an impressive victory when you look at it now, in reflection.
Post-mortem, right? The big game is one that stands out.
Yeah, big clan, Ents, and now G2 perhaps. Don't clear your corners, you'll get in trouble. He's all cool. Cool in the hood.
It didn't look like he was going to get any, and then he gets 3. But now it's just Nico.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times, a Shock.
Yeah, he's actually impressed, I think. He's been having a pretty handy Mirage. 10 scavenged.
AK-47 scavenged.
Yeah, will they let him hold on to it here? Looks like they dive into window and... Oh, great sneaker with another head. He'll take that. He gets to live. I can't believe it. Nico gets to live. He's been able to hold on to the AK-47. That is a great weapon for him. Oh, it's a B split. 20 seconds. Here we go.
Yeah, they got a good shot at this one. Zedco into the side. That's the bomb loose, and they're just getting minced. Oh, Hunter with the double as well. That boosted box. A perfect position. And it's just the Jackson Hunter show. More often than not in interviews. Like, he wanted to make it really clear that he can play his best game when he has Jax in the team, which is an interesting something for the player to address and for the player to identify.
You think it's like a Taco Cold Zero type thing?
I don't know if it's in exactly the same vein. Like, my genuine read of the situation would be that I think Jax is a more of a people person than anyone else on this team.
Okay, I'm with you.
Like, way more. Like, I think if you put Amanek and Hunter in a room on their own with Nexa, they're probably not doing much.
Not a lot of converse.
Scrolling their phones, talking about, like, it's sunny today, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, Jax brings something that enables all of the rest of the human beings to coexist more peacefully.
He's pushing them in middle. They're not taking the fight. They're allowing Sinners. Oh, Shock is going forward. This is a massive risk to take. Molly thrust him into that. They've lost the man early here. Problems for Sinners now.
Absolutely, and Nico just looks destined for greatness. Oscar catches it. Flash, double flash Molly. Nexus already pushed well ahead of the pack, and he gets the info. He'll know there's more coming. Is he just going straight through? He is. As it fades, the contact will find him. Amanek already onto Zedko. Oscar. Only the one.
And if they don't get plants, even with the max loss bonus in play, which isn't there yet, right, they're not going to be able to full buy, but that's a great shot. Now, don't throw that away, but you may as well work every round with a number advantage to your favor. What was that?
The man is a machine. He is comprised entirely of metal. 35 seconds, as it does look like they're going to go for the A pincer. Ooh, baiting the shots, a little chances.
He did shock
He
him.
actually did kill him. He killed Amanek. Why is Shock's Deagle so damn spicy? Somebody stop him. It will be finally finished off by Hunter. Oscar completely blinded, eliminated. Nexus ready for the double. And the rest should just be a problem for Sinners. How are you supposed to get that bomb down? You got 2 people posted up on CT. Zedko. Oh, a real opportunity. By getting himself at least set up for it, that smoke should enable a plant if they can't contest. A missed shot from Amanek. Neofrag's got it down. Sinners, 2 frags now away from 15. He's still here on jungle's side. There's nothing for Jax to do but to run away to save. Sinners have taken 15 here.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe that whatsoever. How does he get away with it? And Zedko just patrolling that window. Absolutely huge impact. One more round for Sinners to upset
This
G2.
could be it, man. Nico having none of it. Typical of G2 to send Nico on the rampage when things are feeling tough, feeling you're back against the wall. Amanek onto Neofrag, so yeah, they just create a bit more distance between Sinners and that 16th as they lose 2 players in the opening proceedings. Yeah, it's actually perfect. Jax is in the tight corner, no one's checking. Zedko does trade, but he's not ready for Hunter. And it's a good setup from G2. You've got to give him credit where it's due. Can't transfer, he can! Oscar, he's made something out of this. At the very least, he could be able to get that bomb down. I don't think Nex is in a position to necessarily contend with it, and Oscar's gone for one better. He's been thinking about this Molotov for a while, deploying it all towards kitchen side. He knows Nex is a possibility, and there's the shutdown. G2 will make it 9. Might just be Zedko's contact. Jax is in such a good position. He's so blind, though.
Oh, he's stuck?
Oh, he got stuck. He couldn't actually fall out. They know Hunter's a problem. He's always a problem, and again he strikes. Beastick does hunt him down, does well to evade the Nexa trade, and even Shock's Deagle's done it again! But the angle's perfect for Nico's walk-up. Does get spotted out, damage inflicted, doesn't finish the job. Nico 3 HP, 1 bullet is found, and only Amanek, he's gone too. There it is, Sinners. They'll take it, they take the win. G2 thrust into the losers column, and the underdogs on their debut at Pro League take it in a full 3-map affair. That's impressive. And some new names to remember: Shock, Zedko, Neofrag, Beastick, and Oscar.
Well, that's not exactly how you pictured that one ending, now was it? G2 take an L in the first game of the season for them. Of course, the Sinners, like we all expected. Isn't that right, Yang?
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely what we expected. I think for this one, you know, I was saying I expected G2 to slip up somewhere, but I was saying even in the pregame, like, well, they're not going to lose to Sinners, but, you know, down the line or something. And they just, you know, they didn't just lose. This was a comfortable win for Sinners. I mean, on both of the maps they won. It wasn't even close. And even on Inferno, you know, they were losing a lot of silly rounds, losing both pistols. I think I saw Petter tweet about like 4 more rounds against like semi-buys, low buys. So really like they were getting it done in the difficult rounds and then throwing that kind of advantage away. So yeah, no, not more to say, just an embarrassing performance from G2 to open up ESL Pro League.
We'll run the numbers, but I don't think that it should come as any surprise here.
And I think you're looking at the stats, like you can see this is not like an Oscar show or not really a one-man show. Like it's pretty even across the board. 4 Sinners, you can see even Shock is the one leading in ADR. All of them had their moments, and on G2 side it was the opposite. I saw the Nico throughout the series and Hunter here and there, mostly on Inferno. They were just asleep at the wheel.
Tell me what it means to win over G2 in the opener.
Yeah, it means so much because a lot of people didn't know that we're gonna play good because no one knows us, you know.
Yeah.
And we just can surprise this on this event. So we just play our game. We just knew what they are doing on default, and that's all. We just knew pistols and defaults, and we just play our games.
Sound.
Cool.
That's pretty solid. Hey, speaking of playing your game, you guys have been playing a lot of games lately, a lot of officials, a lot of matches. We were actually talking the number, I don't have it off the top of my head, but there were a lot of games you guys played coming into this. So team vibes have got to be really good, right? You guys are playing a lot of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, we played a lot. At one point we had like 100 games, and I was tired as hell. Finally, we can play against top teams right now.
And honestly, I feel like this is probably, for me, one of the hardest matches to call actually overall within the group. And I really don't know which team I'm going to be leaning towards.
Yeah, it is an odd one because like the contrast to Virtus.Pro, where it feels weird expressing disappointment in them after they've had such a cool year. OG feels like that disappointment in their finishing of events is a little bit more consistent, is like a little bit more well-founded because of how good of a roster, how good of pieces they have on this team, and just not doing good enough. That IEM Summer was a great placing, but it was followed up, like Valdez said, like the disaster against Renegades, getting knocked out very, very early on in ESL Cologne. So it's hard to be too excited about what we saw from Summer when you have that disappointment just hit you smack in the face immediately afterwards.
A lot of attention has got to be on him now.
Yeah, VP just always giving away the room and then stealing it back in the final few seconds. Mantu's trying to hold the window, getting double face kick at pressure from below, and Mantu with the final bullet hits the headshot. It's a 5-on-3, and you feel like there's no way back in for VP, but that could set you off. The kit's dropped, however, and at that point the round is decided. Back in spawn, OG with an open plant, and that's their pistol round taken. VP give them a lot of room with a retake setup, but it doesn't go well.
Yeah, it's a retake setup without the retake part.
New questions for these rosters, so double cat boost or through the window into ladder, and they're going to grab the first kill. Sanji, one frag all to do on this B side. Buster's helping out. He's hit a second shot. Flames is taking risks with that right click on the smoke, and his team have come in to clean up the pieces. Good grenade. And even the smoke out the market won't give you much room to move. Flames is going to push you down with a flash in the face. Last bullet out of ammo, and kick it trades.
Yeah, that's a little bit awkward. He runs out of ammo, just shy of finishing the job. If he doesn't get this kill, you're not going for it. Yakindar might hit this timing. Mansu just takes his eyes off the prize, and so this Apps flank is allowed to come in after all. Valde now all alone, deals with Kicker. Time's starting to become the problem here. You don't have a kit on Yakindar, and nice. Valde is going to lock the round in. OG, they grab a second. The bomb is going up through Khan, even though they've got ladder. It could still culminate in this A play. And now that they lose Nico at ramp, yeah, you'll take the AK exit, right? Get out of there with that. Jane going for a peek into Palace, and he's going to use that AWP right away. The moment it's bought out, it gets the opening kill for VP. Make it a double. Jane, being a nuisance over in Palace, has completely robbed OG of any chance of winning this round.
Yeah, a good way to put the AWP to use, right? You would expect it if you're OG to just see it in the window out of the gate in the first gun round, but I imagine Spawn plays a large part of that play for James.
Never give you the room in these clutches. James just holding on, and he's going to collect that third kill in the round.
It's been up and down. It's not been that disappointing. They had a good clone. All right, Sanji gets out of dodge, and James is right by him as well. I love a double app setup. OGC one man. They think that's all there is. And VP know that better than anyone. This is the save call coming through. Yakinda taking this gun away would be everything.
Oh, but will he? No, Mantu does not want to part with this AWP. Still, you know, yeah, you get to hold on to the... I'm hesitant to call it the big green gun, because with the skin they're using, it's not.
It's still the big green, but regardless, back into this round for OG. They've got a lot of space up on middle. The orb.
Orb v orb.
Oh, James, he gets flashed off. He misses the timing. Now they're splitting B fast. There's 3 CTs here.
Yeah, the rotations are released in, but the pace on OG is pretty blistering. That is the bomb, however, cut loose at the front of the pack. Really not where it wanted to find itself. They need to flush out these 2 remaining players, and they are both low, so they will get dealt with. Kicker comes in with a big kill, and he wants to deny the bomb plant, but in doing so, he doesn't check close left for Alexa B. Or close right, rather. Don't know my lefts and rights, everybody. James, though, this is a guy he was always right, even when he's left the server. Here we go. Out into the B site and shot in the back.
AWP is back. And same for Mantu. Right into middle. Yakinda's under, and he's going to try and get supported by James. Nade's going out window, and the flash is perfectly timed. Yakinda can't cover Buster, but he can trade him. Alexi B dead. Yakinda trying to get out of dodge, and they've got him trapped here, but they're not trying to keep him in. Player moves behind the boxes, but for all Yakinda knows, he could escape right now for free.
Yeah, and speak of those supporting elements, they'll arrive now. Sanji swooping in. Finally, the guy they dispatched to deal with Yakindar is able to do good on that promise, right? Valde does wrap the lower tunnel, forces some reposition, some way for Valde to find an opener. That bomb's going to come in through lower, and Valde is quick with his AK. Are they ready for James? The second man, well, it doesn't matter. He's nailed that opening shot. Does he want to follow this up with a peek? Yes, up and over triple. James on the receiving end of that one.
Tap again, now the stick. Mantu spots it, he's going to jump up and take the round. Lovely stuff out of OG. Mantu with a 1v2.
It's the great, you know, E-Box recession.
Yeah.
21 for VP right now. Oh. Ooh, that's nice out of James.
They always make these rounds scary. The Deagles, like Yakinda's Deag, James Scout, and Sanji's got one as well. 1-for-1s. By the Orb. Mantu careful, nice flick. Almost gets a second, but down to 20 will decide to give that up for now.
Is going to try and hunt down this AWP. Or secret option C, just walk through and think that Mantu has left the palace position. I've never watched Game of Thrones, but whatever Hodor was to doors, James is to Orps, right? I just know the meme, you know?
I haven't seen it. I've seen that scene. That is probably the only scene I've seen. Yeah, you want
Alexi's your mad lad, right? Like, this guy's just going to run through smokes. Doesn't matter what gun you give him. He's almost like a Sanji in that sense, right?
He's already done it
with a Mac-10. And yeah, this round's a good example of that. He's gone through this stairs smoke, trading out one of these players in jungle. Now, Jane is here. Kicker is supporting. The IGL's going to clash. And Alexi burns out James from beyond the grave. But it's all left onto Valde. He was the guy to open up that 2-on-4. But this time, a 1v3.
Oh my goodness, no one sees anything there. Everyone's just shooting, and now Alexi trying to catch that timing. Can't escape the clutches of Yakinda. Quick kill onto Kicker out ramp. Nico smoked off now in Palace, or Molly rather has to go back, and his team decide to jump off in the meantime. Bomb is committed though.
You gotta love what we've been getting at Mantu so far, and if he's able to keep this up, he could be that spearhead that pries apart the A-bomb site. Valde over at stairs denies the bomb denial. Yakindar is on another one of these ramp flanks. Oh, that's awkward, Mantu. Nail it second time around. Go on. Oh, third time's a charm. Oh, no. He's dead to Yakindar. Maybe we need to see that switch up a little bit. I mean, he's gotten away with the kills both times he's done it, but I don't like how prepared OG are.
And down in Edward is Sanji. Valde with a timing play, catches James looking nowhere. Kicker's deep on ramp, and Buster's supporting Palace now. But that's still not going to stop OG from terrorizing this A site.
Yeah, they're running amok, but Yakindar no longer relegated to the ramp flank, comes steamrolling through the smoke, blindsides them all. And talk about a way for VP to find a round. That is crazy.
And Eco, probably not to be reckoned with, because it's only P250s and Glocks charging out B dry with no flash. Sanji is the man for the job, and he's got a double. No bomb plant here. Sanji wants to stop that from ever happening, and he swings wide to find Alexi, no cover. Mantu's traded Sanji onto the ace. looking for it. Reload coming in. Will his team wait? No. Yakinda wants his frags, and he wants them now.
However you need him to.
Have you ever seen an octopus get through like a tight maze, right? Like it can just like, it can like squeeze. It can like, octopuses can like squeeze into the size of a hole the size of a penny. That's no joke. Google it. Look it up.
How have you tested this?
You don't want to know. Squeaky clean, kicker. This round is anything but. The bomb's going down right by his side. He could have sprayed it, he could have denied, but he chooses now to come in for the quick retake, and they're not ready for his position. One kill and a dink to follow up. Buster moving in off of Con. There's just no room. You're trapped in a sandwich. Bit of a Macken situation. 1v4 now for Mantu. He's got a couple though, but double peeked out as James climbs up, and VP find a sixth. And he takes Flames out on bench. He follows up onto the second man in default. That was just beautiful out of Kicker. So another A charge. Pistols running wild. Kicker does die this time. That gives away CT control. Flames won't go any further. It is for CT though, so you need that real estate, and VP know it better than anyone. Everyone moving in together, and Buster mows them all down. Chews them up, spits them out. Kicker, he's gone up and over on top of the balcony. Valdi with the entry, and he's low. Missed shot out of Jame, a rare case. And OG flood the site, but it's coming at a cost.
Yeah, Kindar's going to spam out a player down under Scaff. But with how VP have been playing, with how disrupted these smokes are, OG have had to grind to a very awkward halt. OG have still not gained any extra ground. It's because they're waiting for these mid players to start to gain a bit of ground. What? Buster, that was his opportunity. That was his chance. That's what he's been waiting for this whole damn round. Instead, it's more misses from this AW feat. Finally, Buster is going to hit it. A 2-on-3 now for him and Sanji's reclaimed one of these kills. Even odds, but the bomb ticking away. And Flames with another kill. He's been a nuisance over towards Connector. It's just Buster needing another 3K out of the guy. Oh, the timing on that nade pull. That is so unfortunate. It's close. It's neck and neck as we lean into this first series of our day. Hugo 8-7 right now. And OG just about holding on to that lead.
He needs to get value out of this lurk, though, because already USPs are not pushed away. Flames is not scared from taking these fights. He's yet to get a kill. He'll eventually have to give it up. But notice we do not have a kit in play for OG. That limits a retake. And Nico, luckily, starting strong. It's a dangerous, risky plan, but Kicker gets it in at the final second. However, his team are falling like flies.
Yeah, it's a lot of kills in a matter of moments. But OG were the ones to win that out.
You've got to be happy with the result, though. 9-7 up. Pistol round, forcing a buy out of VP, and it's put to good use. Fouled it. He's been one of the other guys stepping up alongside Mantu. It would be this one, leaning in close. Meanwhile, the Glock's going B, and Nico is ready to mow them down. Should be no problem. They won't commit.
Oh, well, there he is. He's the guy for the job. Yakinda gonna remove Nico's AUG, and now that's a gun gained for VP. Kicker's got it right now. I imagine that's going to find its way into someone else's hands.
Yakinda gets 2 kills and OG call it off. I mean, positions alone, that was pretty scuffed, yeah. And you know Nico's AUG has been secured as well, but damn, OG, it's a harrowing round.
You know, you like to think that VP won't be deterred because of a smoke. So here they go. They're going right through it.
Lovely.
Buster with the opener. There is still one player here in the site, but they know about Nico, and Yakinda is going to spam him out. The A-bomb site is overrun by VP. And Yakinda's even hunting down these players trying to save. That's one of these guns removed. Oh, Valde will retrieve it, and he will just get out of there. He's actually pulling Yakinda away from Mantu in window. There is a flash on Sanji here, and I'm imagining he could look to flash in, Kicker. Instead, they're just going to go for the trade game. Valde swept aside.
Run. 5 health. Should be fine. Should be. Yeah, loses 1.
You think
by
Sanji don't know the exact to a meter how far he can survive?
I'm fully sure he does, yes.
Yeah, Buster is getting this foothold, but it looks like they want to commit. Sanji's dead right away. The Kicker has the bomb and is leaving the apartments alone. Which which point, I mean, you can't pull this off anymore. The Flames Wrap as well is going to drop the bomb out on plat. This is feeling unrecoverable. Oh no, it's all gone wrong for VP. Buster, he's got 10 seconds to double up if he wants to win this round. It's him versus the time versus 2. And in this case, enemies are his enemies, aren't friends at all, mate. He's got to win it. And he can't find Flames. He will get peeked off the time, and Flames hunts down.
It looks silly, but you've also got to give credit to OG, because not only did Flames delay his flank so long and so well, but you know, they still lent into the triple B. They still put the rifle in the right place. I'm getting a little worried here for VP. There's the entry from Kicker, but someone needs to make magic happen.
Yeah. Oh, Mantu doesn't often miss those, and Yakinda gonna deal with the AWP. He can't double down, but it will get traded by Buster. Nico, now alone in CT, is called for the rotation. He could deny this bomb plant with a well-timed peek, but he reacts too soon. Yeah. They know about James. They know he was over towards B because he was throwing in fake utility earlier. But knowing about James might not be enough. Valde, while he has gotten this trade, oh, he's going to get spammed off of that bomb. The molly burning out Kicker after his death. That is kind of devastating. Ooh, Flames.
I don't know how you can use your desktop with anything over 800.
No, exactly, right? I don't understand it.
Do you what's your mouse mat? A coaster? Well, right now, VP walking into a toaster. It's getting hot, and they're burning alive. Alexi's got a gun now, and Yakinda goes through. You can't explain that one away. 4-2, the body block. Alexi, big boots to fill, and he will be put down in the ground. 2-on-2. Nico's still here.
How have they navigated this one into a 2-on-2? I do not know. I could not tell you. Oh, the Deagle will deal with Sanji, and so James is all alone now with a Galil as his only friend up through Con.
He can make it B. He's got to be very quick, though. Smoke up Cat. It's all a bit of a fakeroo into the window. Breaking ladder. Where's he going? That's the question that OG are asking, and James needs to get past the York. Mantu's fallen for it. Oh, dear. Caught in CT, still hits the shot. There's no way in hell Mantu should win that round.
This angle from Valde is dirt as well, but he's not going to get a chance on it. The flashes leave him blind. Him and Nico have got a bit of a gnarly crossfire set up, and with only 2 actually in the site in Sanji and Kicker, this push is very disjointed here. It is a mow down. Someone buy a smoke?
Yeah, I won't comment without knowing exactly what happened. Right, it could be the case of, you smoke the molly and it bugs and it doesn't fully work. Regardless, it was an eco, and now we have another, and it should be as easy as the last. Sanji gets a double tap with a Glock. He's used to that gun.
Oh, I feel like I can taste it now. Yakinda out in middle. And,
he's so good at getting that opener, isn't he? He's done it, what, 3 times this map. In middle. They're going to go B.
Oh, well, they've lost Valde, but Nico is still offering up some resistance. One tapped out by James. Bomb has been planted. Dead to it. Bomb now planted. I don't believe what I'm seeing. James hunting. Well.
There's an AWP in the server.
Yeah.
There's a reason to believe, but I don't think he's going to be able to get anything away. No way you go through murder hole. Alexis survives. Mantu, 25 frags right now.
I think you do want to try and get Mantu off this angle. Flames, a little awkward, but he's able to regain control. It's all fine. That nade open to force him out of position on the molly, but instead he's allowed to hang about. Alexa B is going to find more success down here in mid, and so eventually it does come back into a B play. That bomb leaves T-spawn again to make another crossing back into B, and it's not gone well for VP.
Scoreline's starting to get a bit out of control here. James can drop a gun if you want to buy here.
Hoping that you find an opener on one of the sites and you're like getting whittled down on both at the same time. That's a wonderful start. Yakinda.
You can get a check, making sure Kicker's not out yet, but he is on the move and now starting to run. Buster's got the opener. Alexi can't swing out. Now they know he's here. He's shooting. He's trapped. And there's not far for him to go. Flashes from both sides. Alexi, are they going to clear this? No, he gets a freebie double up for Alexi off of Nico's flash. And Mantu's now on the AWP in spawn, holding the corner. James gets out of dodge, and he's going to try and hunt down Alexi here in the sandwich. Takes a chunk out. 2-on-2. Mantu moving back in. James now alone suddenly. He's got cover from the smoke, but Mantu, no scope. And 15 found for OG. Oh, they have no idea.
And it really is just, oh, he's been spotted and
way.
Alexi's going to deal with him. That's also one of these rifles cut loose. And now we look at James and we say, look, mate, you've got to do a lot of the lifting here.
It's starting to fall apart. Flames with another bomb is now loose, and OG can just start moving the pieces of this puzzle into the A site. If he walks up connector, Valde should have the shot. Mantu certainly does, and James, the beginning of the end. They've seen him, they've got him locked in. It's a done deal. It's OG taking that first map of the series, taking their pick, and going into Dust 2. OG winning their map pick? I'm a little scared, but should I be? We'll have to find out after the break.
I mean, obviously, yeah, the scoreline, you know, decently close, decently competitive, but really comfortable for OG on that CT side once they got money. Once they got past, like, those first 5-round obstacle for CT sides to establish some economy, that they ran away from it. From there, they won the last 6 of the last 7 rounds to close out the map. You had Mantu with the AWP primarily playing over towards the A bomb site, just being dominated, what, 27 kills, I believe. You had Valde over at the B bomb site with 21 kills, defending those hits very, very well. And, I mean, against a team like VP, where really a lot of the mid pressure is utility from teammates, but most of it is Yekindar in mid. It's various plays that he likes to make, getting in window, getting up towards connector, getting up catwalk. But if you're going to be able to defend the extremity with 2 players performing like that, CT side's going to go real nice.
Yeah, well, luckily for him, we did have Mantu, like I said, 27 kills, Valde at 21. Yekindar, the only one to break 20 on his side, unfortunately, but Virtus.Pro, I mean, they still have a fairly good chance.
Oh, little flash peek at long.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
This is horrible.
I'm trying to do the sound effects, Hugo. It's a very wet-sounding pistol round here out of VP. Buster. Oh, he's good for another.
Flash over the middle. VP are going to meet them there. Going through Alexi B. Blinded. Still gets a kill. Kikit's going to trade. Now it's a quick mid to B move. Valde, timing on this peak is important. He grabs a quick one. Now dropping back into the safety of B. He's all that stands. He's all that's here to stop this plant from happening. And every second he lives is a second VP need. The bomb's dropped. Valde's won the round. What a flick tap to James. Yeah, just looking for those one shots with a flash. Oh, he's jumping into the box. Nico, thank goodness, is here to keep him standing. Mantu with a flick. Any more? There it is. One more. Sanji. Will James demand the AWP? Likely. Mantu, that's a field day. Shooting gallery. 3 shots down middle.
Mantu. Oh, never mind. I was going to say he can be the Gordon Ramsay. James can be the Chef Boyardee, I guess. You know, those are the only 2 chefs I know. And, well, Mr. Ramsey's already gone. Flames has retrieved the AWP, and he's seen an arm, he's seen a barrel, and there's the shot landing. Blinder. Imagine a goblin lost in hiding for years. You don't know about it till it's too late, till he emerges and takes all the loot for himself. Nico with the double, and Flames is still shutting down the cat play with this AWP. It looked worrying when Mantu died right away, but now James, Chef Boyardee, gonna land that little flick down into middle.
And, you know, with so much time, you still have to hold angles. You still can't completely concede the entire map because OG could collapse on you very quickly, and in fact they are. Ooh, Alexi right behind. James doesn't know yet. But taking one more gun with him would be lovely for James. But he's not going to be crazy about it. Hiding out back in pit is nice, but it's something that won't work again. VP are certainly going to check that in the future.
Yeah, you don't get burned by the pit hide twice. Oh, James, that is despicable. I think the day part changes.
Yeah,
like every year. Yeah,
that would make sense. Happy Saturday, Mantu. Happy birthday. And let's see if they can give him a gift, a little present. He's provided a kill on long. It's only the lurker. VP is split up in this round. They're looking for another mid to B. There's Augs here. We know how devastating these guns can be in the right hands. And boy, are they in the right hands. Valde at the back box. Nico looking for the mid crunch. And there's Yekindar dead. Valde gets one, crouch, sees the jump, and he catches Buster, traded by James, but was it worth it? James needs the clutch. He knows about Nico, and he does take him down.
Yeah, now is to try and get past this M4 in mid, and he will survive the journey, but he's not planting bombs yet. Instead, he's looking to drop some. Scoped up with this AWP. Flames, do not give James this fight. Do not give it to him. Oh my God. Oh, James manages to get by. He plays with such a confidence, and oh, there's the first. Flames will trade it out. It's very, very close for James. That is a damn good try. However, 4 strong over towards this side of the map for OG. If VP did commit, they'd be walking into a stack, but instead, this is Yakindar selling an A play, when in reality, this bomb is coming out through middle. Valde, already tucked in outside of B, has got to do it all. He's got 25 seconds to stop this bomb, getting up through mid, and Kicker has got Sanji's back through and through.
Yeah, never checked it, but Kicker was ready. Sanji just happy he's still here. Alexi does kill that lurker, but Yakinda sold the fake so well with the opening kill.
James lands the tag.
And also, don't talk about your exes with me. I don't want to hear about
That's just bad etiquette, isn't it? Kicker over in middle, bit of damage exchange through that smoke. It's Nico, though, breaking the silence and getting out of there.
Yeah, it's all they've really shown in this T side. This one's a little more cut and dry through the tunnels. Valde with the org, and he's doubled up. Jame with this AWP does get the trade, but it always feels like this shot from Jame comes in too late. Jame has no idea he's about to die, and there's Flames to make it happen with the flash.
Essentially, like with this VP squad here, when they're not finding these openers that they so often get.
Oh,
well, that's nice. That's a beautiful pop flash. The bomb cut loose. He's actually now committed to this rotation and is flanking the tunnels players. 20 seconds as Yakindar tries to get them into B. Him and Jame both mowed down. And so just Kicker left to save down here. He's going to fall as well at the hands of Alexa B. 7-1 for OG.
Finally, OG starting to show form. It's early days in the group, but I'll get back to this point as VP try and speed it up a little bit, a faster approach. And, you know, it's about time, man. Nice shot from Yakinda through the smoke. Takes down Valde. Don't tell me you're saving this. It's literally 4 pistols, and even the numbers alone are enough to send OG out. Now, they've got money, but they've not got too much money, so you can justify this one. Nico's low. The rebuys will be expensive. It's a good round out of VP, and that's more like it, man, because this team has so much firepower when they're on it. I'd love to see more disrespect out of VP. And I'm scared that despite winning that round, VP are going to go back into a default in the follow-up. Yeah, you can risk a gun, but the VP don't save it. Okay. See, for OG to sneak up, because I feel like G2 were coming into this group as maybe the favorites. VP there as well.
Maybe they haven't hit their stride in the consistency of that yet, but that's the bomb out in middle. First thing to make contact. Good trade work from Kicker. Yakindar is once again trying to sell this A fake, but he's dead in the water now. Nico, gotta come in huge on the B hold. The bomb gets dropped at the door. Flames spams it, crossing in. And so even though Jame delivers that kill, he is all alone in the clutch. He never dies crossing the doors, but he will get swung immediately after.
Now Mantu's feeling the confidence again, and for good reason, removing Jame from an early peak. That will send Jame back to the shadows for a few more rounds, I think. Back to the T-spawn. Yakinda tucks in tight. And Nico might meet him instead. That's exactly what Yakinda wants, and so he will deliver the goods. One more, Mantu trades another gun in no man's land. Can they E it? Yes, they can. Buster's picked it up.
Yeah, but the priority is getting that gun out of there and having it live to fight another day. So it's got to elude this AWP in middle. They get up catwalk. And so OG have already started to piece together. Well, there's no one long anymore. He is left. He is out of there. So either this is a cat take or it's a B play.
Yeah, Mantu's looking terrifying right now as well. Just hitting these fast flick shots, the AD counter-strafing, beating rifles to the punch up close. Valde's used this angle before, and the same devastating results, doubled up to shut down B.
They've been so used to seeing this A-bomb site faked out early on, and then into late B plays. Valde will give up an early kill there on the push in through B, and that's going to trigger the go button to be hit for VP. Nico's dropped in. He wants to fight, and Nico fighting all the way to the bank, perhaps. He has locked this round, and he might have just saved the day for OG. It could have got out of hand, but Nico has risen above it all. Both these players are low, and he's on for the ace. Kicker, well, trade him out. There's so much that can go wrong for VP here, and yet still they're making the round happen. Buster with another, and Mantu timed with nades out. That is brutal. That should have been an OG round. If he's able to get that molly in tunnels, this is going to be a rough old time for VP. They don't have a smoke to extinguish it, but no, Nico! It went in his own damn smoke. Oh, that's rough, and now they know about him on the car. It doesn't stop him churning through VP regardless. And James, not enough time to win that round.
What is sending them into this site? What is driving them forward? I don't know. Nico, has he got an answer? Yes, dead to Yakinda. Valde now in the site, traded as well. That's more like it. Yakinda comes alive, and that's all VP needed to pick up a fourth.
A players, this has kind of been their experience.
Yeah.
It's like, well, either B kills them all and then we're pretty much done, or the B players die and we have to save. Alexi needs to draw the attention away from Nico, and he's doing that by spamming the smoke. Kicker trading out what he can. Flames up in the site in the meantime, is getting naded down, and Yakindar has completed this CT drop. They try to trade him, but in doing so, it opens them up to these Cat players.
Man2 trying to get up. They're getting flanked. That's a good angle. Valde catches a kill. Surely they don't turn around. Surely they don't check out Kicker, who looks to shut down this round and send them packing. 5 for VP feels inevitable, and so it will be. Couple of nice shots, but it's VP coming alive right at the end.
We could be looking at an OG 2-0 to open up their start here in Group B.
Oh, don't jinx it, Harry. Don't curse it, but Nico, he has delivered on long with the Glock, just tapping out USPs like they're nothing. James, headshot angle, it's what he was made for, but he decides to give it up. A man down the jump, hits his head, and it slows him down, giving Nico the kill on the flank. Nico is having a hell of a game as a B anchor on the CT side, and he's picked it up in the second half as well. Corner play for Flames. The flash is perfect, and Buster gets hunted down, leaving Yakinda, the man of the moment, the talk of the town, in an impossible 1v3.
Yeah, Nico. Oh my God! All right, Yakinda. Maybe you can make us believe if you can keep landing shots like that. He is quick on this approach. Both players in the site, and he doesn't check behind the boxes.
Tuck out at Ruins here, or on the balcony. Yakinda needed that Deeg spam, but taken down. He's Buster, and he does drop the bomb, but there should be trades. There's Flames lighting him up, and Valde finishes the job through the smoke, and Flames with a no-scope. That's not allowed. That's not okay. And that's an OG 12, safe to say.
And then that would pretty much, you know, it's the golden
mantra,
rule, right?
Yeah, the golden rule, yeah, I like
the golden
that.
rule.
Yeah, the golden rule, okay. Never forget. Even if Yakinda hears this, which he will.
Nah,
okay.
Watch this Zeus
maybe
play,
one,
Hugo.
maybe one, no more than one, even then.
He doesn't have the Zeus out, it's just the USP. That's sad.
And that's the round, really. It should be.
Sanji, Deagle.
No.
Now he's going through tunnel. And so yeah, that is the round. You were bang on, Hugo. I just, you know, I like to believe maybe there's a little more out there. Maybe there's a little more meaning.
There's one thing I've learned from this game is OG demanding your respect. Kicker doesn't care what we have to say. They want numbers. They want rating. Okay. I rate that for Kicker.
Magic number 3.
Nico. Some eeks. Yeah.
Ooh.
Gimme, gimme.
Oh, Flames gonna trade that kill out, but it's a bit of a difference here. It was VP to open up last time. Oh, sorry, it was OG to open up the last time. And now Flames is doubled up over here in middle. He's keeping it belonging to OG. Nice nade from Yakinda. Reclaims that frag at least. Very rough game. He needs to win this fight, and he will. Having someone bearing down upon you from there could have made this retake feel impossible. Now, just Nico and Mansu left to beat. Buster's flashing high. Nico's blinded.
We got him!
Oh my God, Yakinda just got wiped off the face of the earth. 2-on-2 flashes for Mansu, but Sanji and Buster both find a kill apiece.
Buster waiting for the flash, and he hits the shot onto Flames in the leg. Flames not deterred by that damage, even dishes out his own to kick it. Gotta watch out playing close on Cat. He's very low. James does offer up the goods on long, but Nico's there to trade, and they know the orb can't be far away. Flames has pushed another Molotov. He just doesn't care. This guy wants to close the series, but Kicker will not let it happen. Lexi trading that frag. Bombs out on long. It's another 3v3, but OG gonna lose another man.
Yeah, but they've thrown the double smokes in, and with Mansu collecting that kill, bomb now looks to make its way across. Buster waiting an elevator, and he's trying to get tricky with the timings here. Even a one and done on the push would be huge. James coming in late through long. Flash goes over the top, and James through car has removed Nico, but that is a quick shot from Mantu. He was holding for James, and he deals with them both. Oh, the birthday boy, take a bow. 14 on the board for OG.
And if there ever was a round to, just go for one of the... Yeah, blocking the smoke, not ideal, but there's Flames making up for it in more ways than one. He gets that opener. Then they come back from it and they end up losing. Like, yeah, maybe it,
Absolutely,
I'm not used to what we're seeing here, Hugo. Curious to see what they plan to do with Flames, and Mantu knocking Orp out. That is big, right? That is the big ticket item on the big ticket player removed from the round. Now this mid to B is in. Yakindar might just die to the mid lurk of Alexi, and indeed he will. This is looking done, Hugo. It's a 5-on-2. The bomb going down in B, and you've even got Valde lurking late through mid to cut off these rotations. I cannot envision a way in which VP could ever hope to get back into this one. Sanji had a very quiet game, and so all that's left to do now is the honorable thing, and that's to give the victory over. Flash is down, he's low. The birthday boy is the guy trying to get this kill, and they will let him have it. OG, they 2-0 Virtus.Pro to open up here in Group B.
This is a wonderful win for OG. This is a great way to come out of the break and get things started for them. I got to say again, Valde had a huge role to play over at that B bomb site. Nico there also with them paired up. They were the two top fraggers, especially on the CT side for OG. And I mean, that shut down a lot of what Virtus.Pro wanted to do. A lot of their gameplay is control mid, generally falling into mid to B splits. And when those are getting shut down, when your two defenders on that side of the map are just absolutely dominating everyone, it's tough to make that work.
Congratulations on that victory, man. It looked almost all too easy for you guys on Dust 2.
Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, hopefully, I mean, we won. Always on our birthdays, like we lose the game. So thankfully, it was my birthday. We won it.
Happy birthday, brother.
Should we sing it?
Thank you.
No, absolutely not. Cool. Well, hey, I just wanted to know what's there's Valde behind him. I just wanted to know what's it like. I mean, as an AWPer, you played really well on Mirage, but I mean, this is kind of an interesting team to go up against when you have someone as aggressive and as individual as Yakindar and the plays he makes, and then the craziness around him. So, any idea what was your plan going into it, trying to neutralize Yakindar at all?
Yeah, I mean, we watched a lot of demos, especially Alexi told me a lot of stuff he likes to do. So we were just expecting every single aggressive peek he tried to do.
Yep.
And yeah, we were just trying to counter those aggressive plays, essentially.
Man, this man is legit. He's not even like noticing what's happening behind him. He's completely focused on that answer.
But
okay.
yeah, once you like cancel out your Kinda, it does get fairly easy.
Yeah.
Fairly easy. That's interesting.
I don't want to call it an excuse, but like there's a lot of pressure taken off. Your star player is gone, Config, and actually, ironically, Blame F has some pretty incredible stats as well. So if there's someone who's going to have to perform in this game, it feels like it's going to be Blame F. He's got to kill that differential of 361 to Config's 204. So he's doing really well, as we've seen a number of times. He's going to have to continue that, and then you're going to have to rely on the experience of Esatag from Cloud9, from Astralis to be able to slot into positions relatively easy and just deliver.
Well, out of the last 10 best-of-3 ForZe as played, they've won 9 of them, only losing to Spirit here 1-2. I think that was about 5 weeks ago. So obviously there's been a little bit of time for them as well to maybe regroup.
I don't think ForZe has actually played enough top 10 opponents in games to actually have like a pretty standard sample size for decent statistics. But I mean, the player ratings when you look at them overall over the past 6 months and then simply against top 20 teams, it drops off a cliff. Like there's a huge droppage in individual ratings when this team goes up against the better opponents.
S-Tag's got the info. Not S-Tag. JKS has got the info. Sorry, you just said his name, so it was in the forefront of my head. Poison. No, yeah, I don't know why I said it.
You
I tried to offload the blame to you.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. But look, it's a little retake set up in at the A site, and time's already ticking away from Cole. They've got to be quick. Ooh. Oh, that's nice out of Zorti. Oh, that's naughty from Zorti. Maybe number 3. Maybe number 3. Oh. No, NATO's going to take his head off, but Jerry comes out swinging with a response in the meantime. And oh, ForZe, they're going to get this pistol round locked in by the looks of things. Poison's getting hounded down. And ForZe, they're going to find success here to open up Mirage.
Everyone's waiting to finish off the round, and they will. It's just such a shame that it's held these guys back from their true peak.
You know, I think they're coming into this with their mindsets in the right place, right? They've tapered their expectations. They've had 5 days to get ready, so
yeah, and it's
not
funny
a lot of time. And they replaced him with Zorti, who has been a treat to watch since his addition. I thought when you're taking Z-Power out, it better be for a good reason.
Yeah.
And Zorti is starting to look like a, a good cause.
We saw his taps of the pistol, right? That was a nice kill from JKS, but he won't live long to celebrate it. AKs are coming out into the A site. ForZe are ready to start tearing open the site. Zorti with a nade, smokes down, jumping over his NATO. He won't last long either, and this should just be the clean 3-0 start for ForZe.
ForZe have a proven track record versus the other teams in this group.
Oh, quick and easy for Jerry. Bounds out, but S-Tag saves his Danish brethren. NATO now still has the util to drop off. Dropping that bench smoke, the orb coming in off a catwalk. Poison jumped up here earlier and he's dropped the bomb. And Cole, you know, they might just take 5 alive, right? That's a reassuring fact in and of itself. You know ForZe's money by saving these guns is a bit skew-if. And so holding yours together means you're going to start to build up this CT bank. Will he be ready for this? Oh, he almost saw the arm knife out. He's a dead man walking into Almezo. Not ready for another at car. Means S-Tag does grab a trade quickly and try and drop the Molotov that hopefully won't bounce back too far. Meanwhile, this is all a bit of a ruse. The main play's coming in from Catwalk as they try and split this B site. Poison now in position. S-Tag has changed his and they might not be ready.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to hold on. S-Tag still delivering. Only had 2 more bullets left there as he's brought to his knees by this AWP of Zorti. However, he's got to now embark on a 1v3 clutch at the B bomb site. Well, let's see if he can show us why. This is not an easy clutch to try and see through. He's getting wrapped by Blame F as well in the apartments again. Zorti gonna spot it, and now Blame out of the round. Zorti looking for even more. Scoped up on market, no one out in the open yet, but this is a Zorti kill, and now just one man! Zorti with the clutch, and 4 kills for the man!
Really do it all. We've seen him lead, we've seen an entry, we've seen him AWP, and that's the start that they needed. Zorti dead in the water to begin. It's an A split for ForZe, and Jerry gets caught by JKS on the FAMAS. Fresh kill from him.
He forces the peak, but Flick was ready for that, and that's going to push Poison back into Almeida. Flick's ability to find entries and just apply pressure, second to none at the moment. Woo, Blame dead. Almeida with a double kill, and they know they've still got JKS trapped and low up in the palace. He's like a caged animal right now, is JKS. Oh, no, NATO Suffix, you naughty man. Kenzie shot through the smoke, never even given a chance to play. They're creeping into the site now.
Not hurt him.
Nade gonna go in onto S-Tag. He still needs to do damage with the spray, and there it is. The defuse denied. NATO dead as well. And Flit with a 1v3. It's back-to-back clutches in 1v3s to keep ForZe in the lead.
In taking down JKS, didn't need to. Shoots him through the smoke. Nice double dunk. Zorti dead first. He's still up in position to do so again. Nice wallbang. 4-on-4, getting rid of the pistols and not proving to be much of an issue. S-Tag low. Any more util in the window would be the end of this round. Oh, the shots will do instead. And this is nice and clean for ForZe. Not taking any casualties other than that nade dunk at the start. And so this should be a 6-1 lead when it's all said and done. Nice. Yeah, they're looking clean, right? And I think that's something that maybe caught G2 off guard earlier in that Sinners matchup, right? You're just thinking about the level of opposition you're on, the experience they have.
We're going to do loads of research into ForZe and, you know, try to, you know, risk outbraining ourselves. But I think the more you lean into that comfortable style, the more you make Jerry's work pay off for him.
Nerds win trophies, Harry. Keep
Yeah,
that in mind.
yeah.
Nerds make millions, and Flick gets caught by Poison's fast AWP. Flick 3-on-4. Trapped in middle now, ForZe. They don't have a split play, but they have a gap under the smoke, and they keep abusing that. They want to clutch up at the 4. Kenzie, oh my goodness, saves his teammate's life. Zorti won't live much longer. NATO does take him down to a wall. 2-on-2 now. It's up in the air. ForZe have all the time in the world. This needs to be a shotgun scope, and he's ready for the peak. Easy peasy. Up to Kenzie now. Another clutch, maybe?
Not planting when the molly's down is going to give time, and missed shot on the spam from S-Tag, but now he's going up and over ticket. Kenzie, not an easy clutch, and they double peak that one together. Complexity, they finally shut down one of these clutch attempts. That's a bit of a sigh of a relief there. Now, you don't want to have another one go up against you to find yet more rounds for ForZe.
And I think ForZe would be that next roster to do so. Poison, hello, see some hands, can't take the kill. Flick grabbed the Deegan, jumped up window. That's so annoying. Poison misses his opportunity, but it's up to Blame to patch the wound, and so he does. 4-on-4. The Deagle dead, and now the rush.
Yeah, in they come out through the apartments. NATO Safix, this is a pretty tall order from the stand-in. Here he is, back of B. He's been spotted now. They know where he is, but Jerry, none the wiser, still shot down before that trade comes in. 3-on-3, so Colin definitely keen to give this a go, but they double peek the AWP, and it's beautiful. They peek from the top of the van. It offsets the crosshair. That's when Almeza swings out from the back of the site.
And then that AWP shot not connecting. That's ForZe finding another. Up to 7 on the T side, looking threatening on their map pick. What do you make of that? Do you have any strong opinions? It's Peacebank, he's been around the place. He's been in Tyloo, all the way over in China as well. Now he's back in a European team.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting for him. I think, he needs a shot to to get to build up a squad like City. He hasn't had much time to get to work right now, is like the big downside, right? But I think this is going to be nice in a way, because like S-Tag said in that interview, you're able to kind of get a feeling for it, see how you mesh, see what needs to happen to get the most out of these individuals, and that can be quite handy to deal with those growing pains.
The start of this round, by the way, was hilarious. They molly nade combo deep into apps. Oh my God. Don't you dare, Jerry. They molly nade combo deep into B apps, and they trapped Zorti in the kitchen.
S-Tag, this molly going in, and that's a double Molotov there. So Zorti is in the site alone. He glocks NATO Safix out of the round. The AWP only legs the first man in. It's a Glock kill, a P250 kill of the round. Oh, it was starting to spiral. Oh, it's still spiraling. It's still going down. Oh my word. Poison, JKS, 2v2, and it's only pistols left to beat, but hell, they weren't meant to get this far. How much further can they take it?
Yeah, shame Almeza peeks there. Kenzie survived the molly. He just tucked, and no one's grabbed a gun. He's looking for it. Hiding out in the smoke, they might just spam. He swaps sides. They're looking for him. Good read by Poison, and he won't fall for the little tomfoolery. 3 kills in the round. And so he shall, jumping even into middle, smoking or preemptively expecting a Molotov, but that's not going to be the case. ForZe aren't playing mid, they're running out A. Kenzie's killed JKS on his 3rd Palace push in this CT side, and his teammates are out ramp. ForZe fighting for this site. Palace gone, lets Poison peek wide, but that smoke is down and causing problems.
Mate, look at Jerry, the madman. All right, yeah, that's a little too mental, even for my taste. He runs out all the way through A. He is someone who likes to lead from the front. He's not afraid to, really push the boat out and see what's possible, but it has now left him a man down. That's until Flit starts taking names. S-Tag is now brought down low all the way back here at CT. That's almost a collateral. Zorti will trade out the first, but there's still this second AWP of Poison. Now he's going back. Zorti dead. Oh, he's so spooked in that situation. He's trying to watch everything.
These T's, they're getting close. Blame doesn't know. They're walking in. Kenzie, oh my goodness. They just hit these pistol shots when they never should. Blame gone through the wall. They're going to try and get the gun. Poison wants anything but. Timing behind, and NATO scopes early. He heard it. Flit does take down the AWP. Now left to 1 man, and Poison peeked from middle. Does get dinked out right. He go back. That's a dangerous one. Bomb getting retrieved, not going B, instead rerouting, and the rotate somehow not denied by Jerry. This round is a mess, and luckily it should still come to its logical conclusion. Cole in a 2-on-1, unless Almeza has something sick.
I always find myself getting a little behind the ForZe clutches, though, just because they've been so good in them. But he's spotted. He tries to get up into Palace to play around the bomb, and shot in the back.
And he's certainly performing. He's looking really good right now. That's a good sign from S-Tag. Can he keep it up? Looking to win the half out after all. This round would set them up to do so. In the smoke is Blame. an audacious play and one that has a timer on it. When the smoke fades, everyone's here. Through the smoke, Kenzie appears, and Blame only gets a 1-for-1 with a man down already. That's a ForZe favor. 4-on-3. NATO wants to change it, but that could be walking into the orb. And Zorti don't miss those.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't. There is still one on Jerry, but instead he's all the way up in the apartments. There's no flash, they're just crossing. And with the orb spamming out from A, they're not considering the M4 in con. JKS has saved the round. He's dropped the bomb over on short from a 2-on-4 to a 1v2 in the blink of an eye. Jerry is now going to try to clutch this round for ForZe. He gets the bomb back at least, and he's given a lot of room to plant in B. Now the peek out from Jerry. He knows they're not on it yet. That's JKS dead in the water. That second Molotov is going to force the reposition out of Jerry, but in he comes like a speed demon. Takes the head off of S-Tag.
Clutch potential is there. 3 massive 1vx's in this half already. Blame under. Now they know, now he's trapped. But he does have his escape route gained by JKS. Instead, he takes it out through middle. JKS had cleared the apartments, and Blame knew the A play was inevitable. It was coming, and here it is. Almeza taking down Poison. Blame wanted to get into the action. Instead, now he's into the second half, and so will the rest of Cole B in just a moment.
Oh, well, there's a response from S-Tag's Deagle. Is he trying to blow the gun his way?
He got stuck on the car.
Yeah, that's awkward. And then the molly burns him out. JKS needs another mow down, needs another spray down, but Kenzie's already on the angle. Kenzie will lock in the 9-6 half for ForZe.
Those Ramp and Palace players are ready to go at a moment's notice. Sorty spots NATO, doesn't know about that second player though. He might get backstabbed. As a result, Blame putting in the work. S-Tag dead on the jump. NATO not cleared, and oh dear, Flit's going to be able to drop 2 with the bomb. Somehow living to tell the tale. Blame takes him down. Now the con rotates are in, and it's a 1v1. Another ForZe clutch. Kenzie has the bomb. He's trying to tap out Blame. The health advantage. Blame trying to play the long game. Drops in from middle. Kenzie hears it. Reposition is perfect. But he's going to try and bring the fight to him. 10 rounds to ForZe. And I don't know what happened in that pistol round. It was a mess.
It's real.
It's real? You believing in it?
Big
underdog story. I can't blame you for getting attracted to this team, because right now, they're looking good. And right now, Cole are getting attracted to Bullets, or rather, Bullets are getting attracted to them, Harry. Everyone's going mid. Everyone's going mid.
Hello! Blame F with the tap.
They're boosting ladder, though. One's
Will you be ready for the sheer number of ForZe boys over in middle? Sure, you've spotted Almeza, but now Kenzie emerges. Oh no, it is just a slaughter in middle. Everyone's gone middle. Everyone's died in middle.
See you there. Well, they'll come to him. Nice round out of JKS. He's looking good today as well.
Jerry is being left to fend for himself in the site.
Ooh.
Good luck, Jerry. Do what you can, or it might not be much. And there's NATO dealing with him. The A-bomb site crumbles under this con pressure from Cole. And they disallow the save as well. This is a pretty convincing case for the T site.
Everyone moves up con at the same time and overwhelms A. You're getting the rounds that need to be won here on this T side before we have more guns for ForZe. Can you take out Almeza? No. He will save his A1S. Now Blame's calling. Just wait. Wait the window smoke. Let me work this pick. So he shall. Is he ready for Jerry right below? He might never check him out. Just split towards B instead. It's free real estate.
Yeah, they're just going to walk in through the apartments, right? Just a nice, slow creep up. Oh, well, not nice nor slow for Blame. He actually gets shot in the back. However, that's just going to make the rest of the boys pick up the pace in through the apartments. You know, Kit or...
Whoa.
Oh, my word. Double peek
Nice.
in middle. Kenzie and Jerry out in the open. And Cole might just go fast into B on the back of this. Almeza alone at the B site. He does have Kenzie over on short to give him a bit of a helping hand. And Kenzie's drawn the attention away. Will they be ready for Almeza now? He's just tucked in. Deals with JKS on the swing. The numbers are starting to dwindle now, and the grouping is in for ForZe. They are all chasing this kill to Blame F, and he doesn't know where to look.
Almeza, oh dear, gonna call for help.
Yeah. He does need some help, all right. They're all coming his way.
What? Okay.
Oh my goodness,
One way to double
JKS
entry.
and NATO, both blinded, get an opener. Okay, they never even realized the extent of their success on these entries, and they've won the round already.
Maybe we should find out. Maybe we should host it, Harry.
Yeah.
You mentioned
know,
car guy.
you've been having a bad time recently.
And then what's the point of the TV?
That's true, Hugo. You're asking the million-dollar questions here. We'll revisit it. Here we go. Poison. That's beautiful. Lovely little opener. You can hardly blame them for this commitment into the B site. Zorty, his AWP, while it will ring out with one, there's Poison trading, and JKS has extended this advantage even further in favor of Complexity.
It's cool seeing Peacemaker behind Cole as well. You know, obviously, Cole changed the game. Setting up on A, Kenzie, Flit, deny a kill each. That's Kenzie in middle, Flit over the stairs, and so the split man is gone. It's all down to this execute, and now it's slowed to a halt.
Complexity are now looking for answers in middle. As long as they don't feed the AWP of Poison, and in fact they do one step better than that, they take another guy out of the round, they keep peeking, and yeah, sure, they give Poison one. They hear Poison, they know what he's doing. He's seen the guy here. Will Poison give it over? Oh, yes, he will. And Zorty's able to hold on. It's still one of these heavy B leans, right? Hopefully that smoke starts to draw players back over towards A for ForZe, because this Palace pop is looking to come in. And even though Flit does so much damage, he doesn't get a kill out of it. That should just be a save immediately called for ForZe.
What a round out of JKS. He's had a really good game right here.
So, like, if he doesn't get that kill to Flit in CT, the Org probably gets away with an absolute mow-down, right? They're running through a smoke at you. It feels like an ideal scenario. The time is a bit of a problem here, right?
Yeah.
You don't have as much of that window as normal. So the fact they're going through lower, BlameF had to get an opener there. He had to be applying pressure, because now all eyes are on this lower rotation. Really, the round's done now. There's no way to recover this. It all became a matter of BlameF needing that fight, and even then, I think it was going to be tenuous at best.
And you're relying on bomb plant money and loss bonus. ForZe, they see the barrel, they're ready. Zorty, easy shot onto JKS, and now with the bomb up in apps, he's alone.
Yeah, everyone else is down here in lower. Once again, they're trying to help BlameF get into window.
Okay.
Can he get results from it? Yes, that's a lot better than last time around. BlameF is now really boxing these B players in. It's going to give these apartments guys a bit more of an easier time getting into the site, especially if he gets a kill on this lurk through the market. Oh, instead he's wiped out by Almaze, and now the AWP's firing off as well. Zorty taking matters into his own hands at this B site. He won the 1-on-3 last time. This time he's looking to put a stop to the 3v1. Oh, how the tables have turned. NATO will get to don his weapon of choice here. The AWP out, and there's Zorty dealt with. NATO Sapphics gonna start to plug in these numbers. NATO, my friend, what can you do? Show us what you got with the big green. They're running at him from short. Shots are missing, and oh no, he burns in the Molotov. If you win with this force fight, you break ForZe's money as well.
I don't think so.
It's not a good start. Zorty opens up, and he's looking to make his last stand in this A-bomb site. He's going to get out all the way back to CT. Jerry tries to fight ahead of the mollies. Flit goes running through a smoke as well, but the bomb plant can't get denied. This is something for Cole. They don't have any guns, it's just the pistols. They're caught out in the open, they're trying to cause chaos, and the flashes are doing a good job at that. Kenzie's dead as well. All three Cole players now down towards connector, over towards jungle. The bomb planted for them.
Zorty's got the kit, he has to stick it.
That means Almaze has got to cover him. He's got to watch his back. Tap on the bomb. Almaze out with the first. Oh, make it a double. The AWPs are making this happen. S-Tag needs the spam. So much damage, but it's not the right man. ForZe grab the defuse in the smoke, and they lock in their map pick 1-0.
There's going to be a lot of frustration on the faces of Complexity. They're in a weird spot, so I wasn't too worried about that. Although obviously, you know, that can be a tough thing to continue a match in. Really, for me, it was the story of, I guess, the CT sides tend to be a little bit more individual just based off these two teams. We can get into that in a second. And then, I mean, it just kind of was standard from there. At that moment, ForZe able to run away when they have control of the economy. When Complexity eventually get it back, they're able to kind of bring the scoreline a little bit closer, not nearly as close as they'd like. But yeah, it was good on ForZe to run up the scoreboard quickly when they had that kind of an advantage in the early game.
Oh, if Cole do commit to this ramp push, they are going to be in for a bad time. Almeza playing this horrible angle.
Ooh.
Poison will get the headshot off. That's
Just sent him in,
impressive.
though.
But yeah, will they be ready for Flit? Yes, they clear him out. They break apart this triple ramp hold. And it is an explosive start to this one from Complexity. Not over and done with yet, though. Jerry getting that kill has made them interested again. They even deal with Blame F on this lurk. So Jerry, 1v2, and JKS doesn't give him any more room, nor any more respect. It's Cole stealing that round away. Oh, that's a nice trade. JKS not ready.
Someone's got to make a move. Someone's eventually got to go through the choke point. There's no way they save this, right? They've done so much damage, and that's another scout shot. Everyone's low. Anyone needs to die, and they just can't do it. Is that not temptation enough? But the issue was, S-Tag had Vent from the get-go, right? He didn't let Jerry go down. He forced them to regroup on ramp.
And obviously still provides the ability to cross down secret like the older, more standard, you know, smoke wall. They clear out Kenzie back here in garage.
Oh,
they don't know about
damage.
Flit. They don't know about Flit here. Now they know. Now they learn. Almeza and Flit with a kill apiece. The rest of Cole start to collect pieces of their own. Almeza dead in this A-bomb site, and the Deagles don't find much outside of those couple of kills.
This is a massive fight between Kenzie and Blame. At the meantime, the ramp play is coming in. Kenzie wins his garage engagement, triple flash, Flit avoids, and he still provides one.
Now you get made aware of this player over towards door, and you start to get paranoid about the A play, but now the vent drops in. Are they ready for Zorti? As mentioned, he's been waiting here for a damn long while now. He doesn't know about this second man yet. Has to close the door on him. Worried about a ramp fight. This was the territory that was taken earlier on, and so S-Tag will surprise him with it. That's now a bomb plant given over. It's a ramp plant as well. S-Tag gets paranoid that the guy planting was about to go down, and he will, but it's from Decon. Tagged and finished off by Almeza.
But that being said, I'm really liking how ForZe are communicating right now on the CT side. They seem to, know exactly what they're up to, and know what to give away. Gap in the smoke, and S-Tag takes his free B. They won't go lower, though.
Oh, Kenzie.
No, he's dead.
The crime of all timings here. Yeah, they've seen him. Does get out with one. You know, really about as much as you could have expected out of how bungled that whole situation was there. This is where Zorti needs the trades, and somehow that shot connects to Poison. Now, there is a bit of room gained by Jerry leaving ramp. He's set towards red and drops the bomb there. S-Tag, even though he recuperates that kill, there's not enough time to win the round, surely. He's got to run knife out, and that means he's a dead man.
Considering Cole are playing these slow, methodical T rounds.
You can hear him.
Okay. Reload, bye-bye. S-Tag with a spam. He is traded, but this round can fall apart off that pick alone.
Yeah, Flit and Kenzie need to keep this under control. Kenzie's dead, but Flit should be here to hold it all together.
My goodness.
Oh my goodness, that's a dink and the nade to follow up. And now Kenzie's going to disappear just as quick as he made his presence known. And JKS peeking ahead of that Molotov.
Needs to get back on the angle. Smokes give it away. Can he hit the shot? Yes, first found. Man up. Bomb dropped, and he's in open view of it. 15 on the clock. And even though Zorti smoked off, he's going for timing shots through it. He hits Blame, trying to get that package back under control. And everyone's dying. Everyone's dead. It's just JKS, not long for the world. And one with him is all he'll manage. Zorti, got to be careful with the nade pulls here. They're going to run him down with the flash, and Poison hits the tap with the P250. That's disgusting. Blame, good timing. Flit just moved off that angle and gets caught. Free gun and free lower control. Almaze's here, dispatched to deal with him, and even though he's low, he will live to win the fight. Jerry, same case. 2 players up now for Cole. They get that plant in B, and this is where Poison is going to be the man of the hour. Teammate blocks his shot, but NATO takes the kill.
Oh, the timing for Poison. Talk about Counter-Strike timings. NATO now in the 1v2. They're going to tap on the bomb. Smoke to follow, waiting for this peak. Now, delaying the defuse has actually given NATO more time. Thankfully, Kenzie is able to get the trade anyway. They try to just play that 2v1 before they worry about the defuse.
Yeah, they know Cole love this outside control, and now they want to stop it in its tracks. Blame may have gotten the board last round, but he won't this time. And escaping is Kenzie, back behind red. Molly's could push him out back into the open again, but he's been flashed off as well. There's nowhere safe to stand until his teammate pops the smoke and the flash behind him. Kenzie pops off 2 more. 3 in the round, and JKS in another unwinnable situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's another round where you're saying, like, JKS, do what you can, but
yeah, take a couple
no one's going to be mad at you if you don't win this, and he doesn't. An A rush? All right, this makes a lot of sense now as to why you partially invested. They're going to try and change the pace, and honestly, it's a pretty good look out of the gate, right? You've managed to deal with 2 of these players, a mixture of gunfights and utility to get you there, but once again, Flit is this nuisance.
They know for sure the Blame's outside, but he's hit the headshot and it's up to the AWP. Can't blame Blame for not knowing about the second man there, but his steps were ascertained.
Oh, well, here does come the A play. Double entry for complexity. Kenzie trying to get a little cute down in the vents. What's he gonna do? He's throwing nades up, so that's gonna draw attention toward this vent player. Jerry denies that bomb plant. Molly to follow, but it obscures his vision from Blame F. He's claimed 1 though, and that's gonna now open up this vent rotation for Kenzie. Blame not able to do the damage. NATO left in the clutch, 1v2. He's gonna get the bomb down at least. But with Zorti and Kenzie left to go up against, these are the young, hungry players on ForZe. They do not want to give this one to Complexity standing. Oh, they're coming his way. They're out past the door now. They're in to the wildlands of this A bomb site, and it is a ForZe round at the end of things. 8 on the board, defuse found.
It's only 2 right now, rather.
Oh, Jerry's actually pushed all the way through. Almaze is surely dead here. Yeah, can't get anything done. They know about Jerry back in the lobby. Still swings. Yeah, that's mental. Throws himself into the fight. Takes 1 to the grave with him. Is this going to be a last-second retake, or are they just writing this one off? Kills are not presenting themselves. They're going to have to go to call. With these crossfires set up, it's a rough bomb site to get into. Zorti takes 1 to the grave with him, but the round is 1 for Cole. It becomes expensive at least. NATO saw the barrel, but I don't think it clicked. He's tunnel visioned on the crosshair. Blame now gives up his presence over in Garage, but they weren't ready for NATO so deep. Blame on these Garage lurks. Hugo, you highlighted these as a thing to keep an eye on. Let's see if he can deliver.
Oh, Jerry, that's a crazy swing with no flash from either of his CT players. Gonna be dead now in a 3-on-5. Flit trying to move in to kill Blame. This could be a freebie for him, and actually Blame's dead to Zorti instead. Almazo, if he gets a double or something here, this could still be winnable, but anything less is going to be trouble for ForZe. Cole now own the A site. Zorti coming back up through heaven. He's having a great game. Makes sense to want to poke his head in, but if he loses his AWP, he won't have it in the next, so...
You've had so little time to get ready with this squad, because it would seem oh so simple for them to just hit that A bomb site once more. Oh, that's a blinder. Zorti has not been bested in many of these opening fights, so the fact that Blame has finally removed him from play is huge. But look at Flit, he's playing this box, and I call it the box that no one ever checks, because no one ever damn checks it. Oh, he's got 1. There could have been so much more, and
that's the bomb
going back. And now Flit, oh, he's won it. 4's 9-6 at the end of that first half of play. They've still got their eyes fixated on the 2-0. Complexity are giving it everything they've got. Can they bounce back on the CT side? They're running over Silo. They're coming your way, S-Tag. And oh, that's a freebie. Jerry falls a little too shallow in this pistol round. Looking dominant for Cole to open up. That's the bomb dropped in secret. Almaze, yeah, may as well give it a go. Run out into the open. Everyone else died outside, so...
This is a very risky buy. With risk comes reward, and into A come ForZe. 4 here on the CT side, and they will have no problem dispatching these pistols, dropping off the hut roof. JKS with a double. 3 in the round, and it's only Zorti. Could complicate matters by dropping Vent if he wants. But that's presuming they let you down. Look at the blood everywhere. Nowhere is safe, and certainly not Zorti.
Yeah, and you know, I think just to reiterate, right, for ForZe, this is a huge opportunity. And so they wanna seize it for everything it's worth. Poison running a flusher round here. USP armor. That's the extent of his investment.
Poison looking for everyone in this round. All right, there's a third. Poison, don't you dare ace them with a USP flit. Nice Deeg shot. Pretty far into the credit angle, and he's going to take down Poison. But in terms of getting much more out of this round, should be happening. Shadow's seen, and S-Tag answers the call. Oh.
NATO jumping around the bunny rabbit at Cole. You're not shy on players who can AWP on the complexity side, and BlameF gonna continue running amok outside. That was the bomb. Before this becomes a problem, they're not ready for BlameF, even though he's still in this same spot. They don't expect he's gonna hang around, and he's ended this outside play single-handedly.
The breaking of the money here, right? Start doing the damage that later you can capitalize upon. No way. JKS flicks back for that frag, and S-Tag's baited them into Blame. Jerry checks it, but not enough.
Not like he died or anything.
Blame. Oh,
yeah,
dear.
so outside is off limits. BlameF is making that very apparent right about now.
Instead, taking another fight outside. They're like, how's he here? He just killed me in secret. Now he's main. Man's got moves. Smooth ones at that, and the bomb dropped down lower.
Oh my God.
Blame is everywhere. He's in your nightmares right now.
BlameF's playing this on single player or something, mate. He's like nipping around the map. Oh yeah, I'll just go deal with him. Don't worry, boys. Down with the beast at this B site, and there's JKS to close it with the AWP.
Oh, S-Tag, that's a crazy play. The spam is good, though. Through the wall of lobby, Zorti takes the trade. I like the move for S-Tag, the nade combo. And Jerry denies that aggression off ramp. That's a big open piece of the map, and Poison's come up from B to fill it out. Blame, he's flanked Kenzie. Might not even take the shot, just stall this out, but eventually he's got to pull the trigger.
It's kind of misinformation though, right? You've seen someone going towards B, you've had this ramp player die, you start to get paranoid, but oh no, the bomb is coming back into B. Late in the round, ramp exec, BlameF got to do it all again. He's playing it on hard mode, playing it on single player, and finally traded after just one down on these encroaching B-site players. JKS has now got to step up. That's the lineup. Damage done. Oh, the first for JKS. Just Flit left to find. He can't get on that bomb yet either. Not with the pressure that JKS is putting his way.
All right.
Flit's going to try and get out of there. Going to try and go around the world all the way back into this A bomb site.
Yeah, the penny will drop in a second, but JKS is too late. You can even fly up the vent, but where's the volley? Is it there in time, JKS? Oh, it's on top of the vent. That's even better. If it went down, JKS could have gone through. Instead, he has to respect it. Flit doesn't have a lot of time to change position. JKS is up and over, through, and into safety. Door is shut with a big gap through it. If the timing is good, Flit could shoot JKS through that gap, and there it is.
BlameF's back in secret. He's been a nuisance here.
What?
How does he get away with that? BlameF shouldn't be winning these. At the very, very least, you no longer have to worry about outside if you're Cole, and that's going to free up players. Oh, the spam!
Yes.
They knock him out!
9-6 down to now a significant lead with a new play every round.
ForZe just don't have an answer for it. Oh, Poison, he got deeged through the wall to 4 HP. And so there's a lot of attention at ramp right now for Cole. 2 players in this A bomb site. There might be about to be dealt a pretty fast play out of ForZe here. Smoke in main, cuts off BlameF. S-Tag waiting at these CT vents. Gonna go unchecked for now. JKS has drawn the attention in, and S-Tag goes for the killing blow. Him and JKS play that to perfection. Kenzie dead to BlameF again.
Yeah.
This outside fight is not working at all for Kenzie, not working for ForZe.
Telegraphs the play, and yeah, like you said, the bait and switch was there. Rush through the ramp smoke, that nade from NATO, and he gets a triple off of it. It slows everyone down on the rush. Now JKS here to mop it up, and bucket in hand, he's ready. Here we go for ForZe, trying to fight up against the edge.
Oh, but they're getting rushed outside. BlameF again, a different play. The many faces of BlameF, but finally, Kenzie gets his sweet, sweet revenge. He has been looking for that since this T-side started.
If he hears anything go on on this top position. 30 seconds. Main split is ready, and JKS goes out wide to take that kill. Are you sure you're ready for a second man, though? They want him to feed them. Zorti's not giving a thing. Molly gives away that second player, and now Cole know what's up. Through the Molotov, through the smoke, Almeza with a shot, and the bomb had to win that fight. Otherwise, it would have been stuck up in the rafters with a 1 round for Cole. Now just JKS on the re-aggro, and Kenzie denies. It's not pretty, and it's one that Cole were fully aware of. But it is a round. It's the first round with guns for ForZe.
This is probably the most room that BlameF has given you outside. So what are you going to be able to do with that? Poison! There's a smoke there.
Lucky Sun. Oh, JKS, they're not ready for this. He's been anchoring top, and that's a freebie. They think they're deep. They're not worried about trading the kills. They think they have B for free. It's nothing of the sort. Kenzie can win this round on his own, but he's missed the shot. Even though JKS gets traded, you're now in a clutch position, 2 on 3.
Him and Blame, they just keep missing one another. No. But eventually, BlameF reaps the reward of playing around that smoke there. Almeza, not a nice spot to be in, and it's just sheer aggression.
He's going back to ramp, looking to take down NATO again. He's done it once more. Poison's outside this time. No trade towards Hell. He's actually picked up from above the silo. They didn't think anyone could be there with a Molotov on top of the Marshmallow. S-Tag dropping vent, but he heard that door player. This is a bit of a mess now. This is a scary round for Cole, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. Smoke shot. A site open for business.
And with you hearing S-Tag fall down the vent earlier on, you're very assured in this A plant, right? Knowing that out of the 3 rounds that are still to come, they just need 1. S-Tag's going up the vent late while Blame's drawing them away. Right. He could mop out every one of these saving players.
Quick shot.
Instead, he's dead after 1, and Blame might face the same fate here. Oh, there's the chase. And so those guns are removed. 12 to 15.
Uh-oh.
Kenzie. Oh!
Run!
No, he's been spotted once again. BlameF beats him. Kenzie, you're obsessed with...
Oh!
S-Tag! They've run right by him. He's a ghost. He's a ghoul. And he's stealing this round away. Him and JKS have put the nail in the coffin. I mean, hell, you got nothing else to go off of. Oh, they're just spamming through.
I've got motion sickness.
So dead, bro. Yeah, Zorti, 9,000 sensitivity, and there's a fallen JKS. The drop bear of complexity to close it out. We're going to Ancient. We're going to a 3rd map.
I mean, you wanted to see JKS come up in this series, and you got that as well. 27 and 16 for him. BlameF 25 and 18 with 110 ADR. That's wild. But yeah, the impact Blame has on this map is incredible, and felt like to me a lot he led the way getting started on that CT side, and I think that was the big thing. I think Complexity got out to that crazy start. I think it was 8-1 at one point on their CT side. They won the first 5 rounds. ForZe, I don't think was comfortable enough on Nuke and familiar enough on Nuke to actually be able to challenge Complexity in any real way. I think they needed the economic advantage that they had on Mirage to be able to get T-sided rounds. You could see a few times trying to get to the lower bomb site. They were a little bit confused on timings. They were a little bit disjointed, moving into different parts of the map. They were trying to do a lot individually, which just kind of says to me they have some discomfort on how they want to move and attack the different points on Nuke.
And without any delay either, look at this. Nice and fast into the pistol already. Poison's in a spot to succeed, but instead he gets his head taken off. S-Tag might want to think about getting out of cave, getting out of danger. He's hiding out in the caves like a goblin, and Zorti's going to trade onto him. So a 4-on-3.
Blinded JKS hiding out in the doldrums. They don't clear it. Their biggest mistake, but it will be a trade at least. Both CTs in position. One locked behind the smoke, and NATO getting chased. He gets one. The nade now almost finishes the job. 1 health for Almeza. Blame. Oh my goodness, still gonna go for it. The double peek is in, and they will trade Zorti. Do we have smokes flying over the top from middle? We have a CT smoke thrown by Jerry. Everyone else stuck behind the main utility. Oh, the spam, that might tempt them through now. They probably weren't gonna go until that point, and now they never will. But he surely isn't ready for the right corner. It will have to be a reaction shot. Okay, talking of which, Poison does give us one of them. They're going to be so confused when they see S-Tag here. Wait, he's been there all round? Okay, buddy. Traded at least. ForZe have the experience, and that's something Cold just don't have on Ancient. was known as metas back in the day.
Classic metas.
And yeah, we all love a meta. But yeah, that was fun. Me and Nato go way back. He's a G.
That's pretty cool. You get to call him by his real name, or is that, do you not know him on that level?
What, Niels?
Yeah.
I mean, I like calling him Nato. He calls me by my caster nick.
Wow, yeah, I mean, I never thought about it like that. But look at this, Hugo. The Complexity Deagles have done some damage. Whether or not it's going to entice them to give this round a go, we'll have to wait and see. They're going to try and group up at the lane. This could have been the mowdown for Almeza, but it's not. Oh! Don't let it get out of hand. This is just Eagles. Luckily enough, Kenzie's alleviated a lot of your worries, a lot of the pressure. Ooh. Doubling up has only further served to strengthen the cause of ForZe here. And Blame F tapping the bomb, trying to take players out of the round. He's made it expensive, at least. Considering Cole were buying up in this next round anyway, you'll take that all day long. You get out of it with an AK and you force 5 reinvestments. Oh my God, now his back is turned to lower mid. How has he gone up here? They are all around him. Yeah, that was... I didn't like the way that one even looked, let alone how it played.
Right, they made the right read. JKS needs to kill the bomb. He's seen the barrel. He's got a double dead down in the donut. And JKS still standing, calling for Esatag, who's also got a kill. Don't tell me they're about to uphold this round, uproot the 2-on-4. Oh, there it is. A trade at least. Leaves JKS on his own.
It's heating up for him. There's no secret what side he's on now. Oh, my God. So much damage. Trading out into an AK. He's got more bullets to put down range, but they do get out. They just get out.
How?
How do they get out, Hugo?
Don't know.
JKS, is he going to give this a go? Come on, you kind of have to. It's too romantic. It's too much of a story. He's got to try and give this one a look in. 1v2, double orbs, ForZe retrieving both of them.
If you don't see the donut peak now, you either think save or the flank, and there it is. They realize very quickly.
Oh, the timing for JKS. He will find Flit over here in main. The rest of Cole still 4 deep over towards that B bomb site, Hugo.
JKS needs something massive here, and oh, it's a perfect kill for Almeza. Never even sees the entire pack of T's as they chase to the backline. A's clear. They're walking into the stack. They're walking in to the pistols, but a smoking cave will cut everyone out. It doesn't even matter at this point. You can just get that plant in. Kenzie clears S-Tag. Poison's wrapped back to the ramp. But did they see him? Maybe so. They've at least spotted NATO. Trying to find that second man. Oh, Poison, don't you dare.
Hang on a second, Poison, this is just a P250. And oh, thankfully, Kenzie and Zorty are going to get it under control again.
Zorty got to pick a side. Flick will do. Switching cave, NATO and S-Tag playing side by side. And there's Blame getting the trade. Orb is gone. It's down to a B take.
Kill from Blame F is starting to make Complexity doubt if this is still the B commitment. They've just pulled Poison away from the B bomb site as this push has come in. Also, Flit's lurk in middle. It could be the thing that makes this round happen for ForZe. Even getting 1 kill is enough. He's out of there. His teammates need to stay alive in the site, and so Kenzie fighting tooth and nail so as to not give this defuse over. Just S-Tag, who has dealt with the incumbent player in the site. However, he's read it wrong. Flick goes on the long rotation back through mid. I love it when lurks do that.
Yeah, body shots potentially. Blame pokes his head out, but there's a nice refrag for Jerry. And Kenzie activating mid late as well. NATO getting the gun and getting out.
All the guns are on B lane. Both the weapons now retrieved. This gets a little bit weird. It's a mixture of timings. NATO wiped out over towards B. S-Tag, what's going to come of this wrap round? They're about to sandwich Flit. He's dealt with Poison. Oh, and the follow-up. He's somehow ready for S-Tag all the way in T-Spawn.
Can't remember what the final ban was, but they had that final ban.
Was the overpass removal.
They left Ancient in, so there's still room to get back in. It's not over by any means. 7-0 though, and the orb does respond. Poison, he took 1. Blame going to try and set his teammate up with a bit more cover, but they're going to check this corner. No doubt about it. NATO dumped onto the nades, and Blame might have to save.
it's already so dominant, Hugo. Like, even if you're able to recover a couple of rounds, if this first half, you know, even goes like 10-5, that's already banging for ForZe. Flash, though. So he's dodged it, and there's the response for Meza.
Oh, good nade. It's nice having a teammate there just waiting on the box to not only reboost you if you fall off, but also to re-peek if you get rushed, right? The orb's not great if you're getting pressured, poison, smoke spam to respond. Jerry goes through with a flashbang, and he's traded places in the site. Somehow takes down, no way! Two players, headshot up close, and Jerry, the reckoning on this B-bomb site, a force of nature. Pushing even further through. Does this not know when to quit, when to cut it out? Good flash and a tap for Jerry. It's a deal sealed, signed and delivered. JKS might want to save.
Oh God, Flit is hounding him down. Oh, JKS doesn't want to part with the M4, so he won't.
Seeing new lineups every day on this map, right? Not just obviously ones that or maybe meta, but to just talk about the Veto in this context, it's like, well, Overpass is like one of ForZe's best maps. It's also their second most played map. Maybe around now, though.
Yeah, this is nice. NATO's had a bit of a rough start here, but he's dealt with the mid lurk. Two angles being held. It's a bit of a crossfire between Default and Big Box.
No.
Well, Poison's blindsided. I don't know if he thinks JKS can see deeper than he can, but he's not watching that at all.
Just the inexperience, right? You just don't know the angles yet. You don't exactly like, oh, I have donut, but you know, JKS doesn't think about where Poison's playing. He's just saying, I have the walkout. And this 3-on-5, Harry, this should have been a round for Cole. Instead, they're getting rings run around them. Yeah. No, that's definitely just the inexperience and not knowing about the angles. Simply, certainly seems to be the case. There it goes, Molly. Oh, through the skylight as well. ForZe have got some seriously nasty lineups. They have been nerding this map. Nice shot from NATO. He can't get two, but his teammate will trade as the Molly fades.
Oh, Meza. This fight up the ramp can get tricky, can get scary. And with Poison claiming another, we look at Zorty and Flit as the two remainders now. JKS is trying to take some liberties, and this is all info. Yeah, a little earlier than ForZe were ready for. They need to deal with it. They've got to flush him out. Missed shot from Zorty's up, puts the pressure on.
What?
They can't find a thing. Poison lines him up. No one could hit a shot on him there.
Yeah. Now they're going to pass something big.
Yeah, I just don't think they deal you another fast cave push. Like, you know.
Fast ramp instead,
yeah, they still want to take a bit of a fast peek, I guess.
5-on-4, hidden behind the big box. JKS does not want to move, and Kenzie will just tap out Poison at the top middle. ForZe are expecting a rotate. There's no one there. He can walk all the way around into CT spawn, and in fact, that's exactly what he's doing. Maybe spotted by NATO. It's hard to tell.
Oh, and it's beautiful from Kenzie. He just waits. He just lays the trap and waits for Cole to spring it. And Cole just seemingly don't have the experience to deal with these top mid lurks.
This isn't even one of their typical go-to maps, but look how good they look. Jerry, the flash doesn't do a thing to Poison, but he can't get any more than one. And there's three in middle. They try and fight it tooth and nail, and both of which get stabbed into their chest. It's a 3-on-2, flanking again. This guy does not know when to quit, and Flit catches JKS doubling back. Kenzie's here to kill the rotate.
That might actually spur S-Tag on to give this.
Not?
I think he was just fully committed to the idea of a save in the 1-on-3, but now he's like, well, look, I mean, if they've given me that, willing to kind of dynamically fit into the ebbs and flows and be actively challenging.
A bit of aggro towards the lane. I like it from Blame, but will it wield results, or yield rather? Smoke is down, and they just don't care. They just don't respect you enough in the scoreline, but maybe they should. S-Tag holding strong with a double. Blame on the big flank, lining them up, and a third is found. It's good stuff right now for Cole with a bomb in the middle of the B-bomb site. There's only so much ForZe can do. You're not saving.
If ForZe get back into this, I don't want to, well, I was going to say I'll eat my hat, but...
Don't do that.
Yeah, Vince actually made a promise of that on live, you know, and I'm not repeating history's mistakes.
Double dark setup.
Yeah, it's scary because like either this is going to look incredible and it's all going to work out just fine, or it gets disrupted, and instead NATO peeks ahead of the AK. Now they chase down the AWP for Zorti, and finally NATO is able to flex a little bit on that B-bomb site.
That was a major final. You wouldn't have done that. You would have waited. But ForZe are feeling fluid, and I can't blame them. Again, Kenzie's done with the mid-lurks. He's right up B, and S-Tag just won't give them the time of day. He won't give them the space to play. 5 on 4, and Cole, right at the end, are starting to feel it. Zorti, though, dropping blame. He's been in heaven round after round. Gun grabbed. Well, upgrade for Jerry. Right inside.
Well, this is a grimy angle. I like that from Poison. NATO.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a team flash.
Awkward.
That's fine. It's all fine, because they've also found the double on the cave players.
S-Tag.
Now in the 1v4, S-Tag is trying to pull matters back at this B-bomb site, demanding some respect. You can't beat us every time, but maybe he's going to have to swing out and silence Flip. Puts a stop to the clutch attempt still.
Planned for us, and although we don't have much room for error, well, let's see if they can work it out. Kenzie smoked out, does escape death, giving up the A site. It's a lovely little execute from Cole, and it's a retake now for ForZe.
Planting on A, one of the worst jobs, but JKS makes it look easy. He plugs in those numbers, and Blame F takes the head off in the meantime. Jerry with the dualies on a wraparound.
Oh, look, they suck.
A lot of damage.
What a shocker. They're bad.
He does
Crazy.
get one, Hugo.
Okay.
He does get one. Jerry will make us believe in the dual Berettas.
He's got the kit as well. It's
we
worthwhile
go.
buy.
He's only got 10 bullets.
Oh, no.
And reloading takes a long while with these puppies, so he's going to have to get on this bomb, sticking it. He needs protection. Flit is dead in the water. Jerry, oh no, out of ammo.
Cool guns, man.
Yeah,
cool guns.
sick.
Yeah, maybe one day they'll do literally anything.
Jerry. Oh. Yeah.
Bye.
Dead, actually, right away. Blame F just going to take his head off. Now, there is a triple A main push out of ForZe. Oh, sorry, double. They've taken away this. And that's the bomb. They've taken the bomb away. Poison, dead with it.
For that donut control, and it's not happening. 13 seconds, they're cutting it pretty close. Almeza can win the round with a well-placed shot or two. It's not going to be easy. He needs the cover. NATO taking space. It must happen. And there's a scout shot connecting, but NATO still gets the kill. Blame follows up. Bomb is stuck down and somehow saved our complexity. The last second plant.
All mates between Kenzie, JKS, Blame F, and NATO.
I hate this corner. It's 50-50, man. And even then, Jerry. Oh. It's not an easy kill for Blame, but he is doing the Lord's work. 2 kills. Oh, the running use takes him down, but no AK to grab. NATO's there to trade the frag, and now Flit running for the hills. Cole going through the motions, getting the rounds they need, but once we hit guns for ForZe, I'm gonna be a little worried.
So could Blame F get you believing again, Hugo? If Blame F were here right now, and he looked you in the eye. And
if he was here right now, I'd say, Blame, you got a game to play, mate. You need to get back in the server. And they go, fine, you want mid? Have it. You're not going anywhere with it, though. Zorti needs a flick. And boy, is he up for the job. Nade is too late. He's already out of there like a light. Poison, he might find a timing. Can Flit see him? Yes. Oh, Flit. Oh, that's gross. Even with the X-ray, it looks like he can't have an angle there. But somehow, some way, Poison's like, man, mid's so free. No, it's not. ForZe 5 on 3, forcing a B execute from Cole.
Yeah, last-ditched B play attempt. Zorti's AWP on the angle, and JKS learns about it the hard way. Here come the mid-rotations. They're knocking on your door. Jerry and his merry band of men are going to cut through the attempt at the B play.
First gun round, 5 alive. I'll be sure to leave my feedback at the door. And Zorti, that's a bait. Oh, what a flick. JKS, good shot, but Zorti is hanging around. Yeah. He wants everyone. Finally gets out with 2. Good time to cut it off. No, it's not. 3 for Zorti. Get him out. Send him home. It's bedtime complexity.
He was meant to be the bait to the bait and switch, but he ends up doing everything himself. And a trillion angles to check. And he falls at the first one.
Oh.
And you know what they say about a guy with big feet?
Big shoes?
Big shoes, big socks, the whole 9 yards.
That's how long? Jesus.
Zorti, yeah.
It's cursed. Oh no, Amaze's had enough. Molly Won't do anything. Boost up denied, and now Mesa can get out of there alive. 5-on-3. Cave player's going to go. Jerry. And they're not even thinking about it. Nice trade, but it doesn't mean anything at this point in the game. 15-6. Okay.
And if you die to this, molding, that's the only word.
Well,
for
luckily, it might not be, you know, it might be about time to mold. Oh, no. Game's over, isn't it? Poor Blame.
Blame doesn't even know where he just died from. Like, you are left clueless with that one. 4-on-4 Kazaneto.
Maybe.
He's trying to work this cave control, and work it he shall. Work it, baby. Come on, Nato. Nice little double, causing some trouble. S-Tag's gone deep, but Zorty with the flick has wiped him off the earth.
Bomb.
Oh, JKS, I'm so sorry. I can't believe they're holding for you. Oh, they will deal with Zorty at least. That's something. It's a 2-on-2. It's a chance for Cole, but is it enough, Hugo?
Nato's on the angle, he's back with his aggro move and his poison. Gonna grab the kill instead, flip with a fast flank. But he could be anywhere now. Smoke and kit available, poison at the back of the site. It's gonna clear him, but not win the fight. 10 health on both players, but they stand tall. And I've got to wonder what would have happened if Zorty fired a little bit to the right. Here we go.
And here we go, Zorty. Not worried about lining up smokes. He's worried about smoking fools. He's good for the first. Poison on the receiving end of that. They're going to try and wrap Donut. They're going to try and move in.
Not again.
Donuts, they got something sweet in the middle, but this one might be mighty sour. Flit traded after one. Zorty feeling the pressure, flashed off, and Kenzie dead to that swing. They are everywhere. That orb rotating in is also made mincemeat of by JKS. They deal with Jerry wrapping around 8-15.
We're seeing a lot more. Those are great timings, out main and through Donut. Like, Zorty didn't know where to look. So it's such a shame it's come off the back of a 12-3 half, because it just feels like Cole just don't have the room to show anything. They could be a great Ancient team for all we know. And hey, suddenly, one more and you're at double digits. You're wondering, hey, this isn't so hard after all. Let's start believing.
Oh. That's like a deceptive dink, because, you know, you're thinking like, oh, the Orc's one hit away. Yeah, I'll get him. Nah, mate. In reality, you did like 6 damage. Oof. 9-15.
I don't know if it was meant to go in Donut, but it didn't. That one did. Second time around. Cutting it off.
I mean, hey, if there was ever a time to learn that smoke needs patching up, this is the round. Planting on A. Planting on A is horrible, and they've got to learn that now.
Smoke shot.
This feels like, I don't know, it's like a killing field, mate. Like, you are just in a big open area where you're open to everything.
I feel like on A, you should just keep faking it and waiting for the re-peaks to come through. Although, when the smoke shots start landing like that, they hit different. Nato cancels as he realized it's not going to go well. Oh my goodness, well for who? Well for who? Bomb dropped. Poison's on the angle. He's looking for everyone. This is a broken buy. This was one rifle. They've got a flank back coming back through spawn. No one's considering it. Poison's attention fixated on Kenzie. Tap. S-Tag walks back and Flit resets.
Flit is still at B, and so Kenzie is 1v1 right now. Flit is so far away. He's having to run all the way through middle. This is giving time to Poison and gives a 1v1 over. A lot of question marks as to how this went from looking so pretty to so ugly for ForZe. Flit is the last chance, the last opportunity, and never mind. Thing of beauty in the end as he comes in with the clutch, taking it over the line for ForZe. They're Ancient, not to be slept on. Complexity learned that the hard way. ForZe take him down to open up Group B 2-1 over the Complexity boys.
ForZe have done it. They have pulled off the victory here up against Complexity, winning their initial match here in the debut of the ESL Pro League Season 14, and Complexity unfortunately falling by the wayside. But they've shown they have some potential, but they still have some work to do. On the other hand, ForZe now going ahead with a victory in the win column, looking to continue that streak when we get into tomorrow.
I still think this group is pretty much entirely wide open, considering the issues that Complexity's having, bringing in two new players, one being a stand-in. Obviously, G2 today looked very beatable, and that might continue because we've seen historically their online performance isn't necessarily an unbeatable beast. Virtus.Pro showing that they're beatable as well today. So yeah, very, very wide open, especially considering we had 2 upsets today over these teams. And yeah, this was a nice showing from ForZe, and certainly they're going to be a dangerous squad throughout this group.
So we're starting to see some real standout players on the side of ForZe, and on Complexity side, I mean, he still had Blame F. He still dropped 60 kills, but it's still not the Blame F we typically see with Config on the team. What does it mean to you guys actually to take the first game here of the Pro League?
It's feeling great. I mentioned before, we're really excited to show that we're capable to show something. We had bootcamp before, just went back home, and I was aware that we're not able to prepare for that team, and that all we need is from me, good calls, and from guys is to make headshots. And in this case, without preparation, I mean, preparation is to watch demo, think what they would do. So I think it worked well, but not maybe on second map.
We'll ignore that one.
Yeah.
Well,
we're feeling great.
Yeah, certainly is. You talked about this as a big opportunity for you guys coming in for Pro League. I was just curious, when exactly did you find out that you'd be replacing Renegades within Pro League? Like, how long have you guys had to mentally say, okay, we're going to be playing Pro League at this week?
Oh, okay, that's interesting question, actually. We just went to the bootcamp 2 weeks ago, and once we reach there, we always have the media day, and it's a day where no one playing, but everyone do something for the organization, photo, videos, and etc. And once we made our last video, exactly this timing, our manager, Dmitry Veka, just screamed at the all bootcamp, so we can hear his scream from old house. And he said, guys, we are invited to ESL Pro League, but I think it's fake. Someone trying to fool us. I came up to him, looked at the mail he received, and I said, it's not fake. It's not fake. We're in ESL Pro League. And everyone said, oh man, we have one more tournament to play. I said, it's ESL Pro League, guys. You should never repeat this again. It's the best tournament ever.
Awesome.
And we started to prepare right after that day, so it was incredible timing, actually.
You guys make sure to stick around. We have some highlights for you from today's action, and also to celebrate our part 9 of our 9 years of CSGO. We'll see you tomorrow.
Happy birthday, CSGO!